Alright, we're live. Gosh. Typically, whenever I do one of these late day streams, it has been a while since I've done these, I'm usually like out of energy, but for some reason today, I don't know if it's because I got a well night's sleep or if I just didn't have much stress, but like there wasn't really anything stressful today and I'm feeling well relaxed. So today's a good day to stream, honestly. And be that as it may, it is a good day since I'm finally getting back into live streaming after taking a break for a couple of weeks. How's everybody doing, by the way? Pretty sure nobody's here yet since I literally just started a minute ago. On time, by the way, I might add. Exactly on the dot, 4 p.m. Or technically 5 p.m. on my phone because I am in desert time. Stupid daylight savings. Making it hard for me to distinguish time between myself and my friends who are also in the same area that I am in. Well, not in the same area, but in the same, like, possible time zone that should be in the same, but it's not. Talking to you, skirt. Yeah, it's difficult when you have to explain to friends who are in the, Pacific who should share the exact same time with you, but because you're in a weird place like Arizona, it's not. It's not. Anyways, enough harping about that. I'm feeling good today, despite the yelling I just did. It's kind of a boring day, to be honest. I basically, hey Nexus or Pally, how you doing? I'm here just chilling. Nice. Yeah, it's a pretty good Friday for me. I mostly just spent the entire day watching Let's Plays because there was literally nothing else to do. Hey, Dirt. Yeah, I was basically just relaxing for the morning. I thought it was going to be stressful, too, because I had, like, a doctor's call that I needed to do, but that didn't go through, considering they got busy, so, like, hey, less stress for me. I tell ya, if I actually had to go through with that call, I probably wouldn't have streamed today, just because of how stressful those types of things are, and it's like, oh, it saps all of my energy. But right now, I'm actually doing good. Which is actually good for the channel too, because again, how long has it been since I've streamed? I don't know. It's been about like halfway into October or something. The last thing we did was we were playing Silent Hill 2 with Hydra. Oh yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. And like, I've done nothing in between just because of either I've been sick or my sleep schedule is just all over the place, which has been a real train wreck, but I'm trying to get back on course, thankfully. I've been sleeping during the night, so now I have fixed my sleep schedule. And I'm not going to break it again for this week. I am not going to be streaming the entire night. I could potentially stream the entire night right now, but that would just ruin everything for this weekend, so not doing that. Especially since we're gonna hang out tomorrow, Callie. Playing No Man's Sky at the moment since I don't know what else to do at the moment. Oh, that's fair. That is honestly fair. I gotta get back to No Man's Sky at one point, but I remember loving it. I remember loving the little bit that I played, but it definitely is one of those games that is a lot more fun when you're playing with other people, or, honestly, it would make a really good live stream series. Just playing it, just going through the world for, like, a session or something like that. Yeah, honestly. That does have multiplayer, doesn't it? I distinctly remember yeah, it had multiplayer. I distinctly remember we had multiplayer and we were playing together, and we also had a difficult time trying to meet on the exact same planet. That game is one of those types of space explorers, sci-fi space explorers, and I've always wanted to play just because of the idea of like having a free roam universe that you could just go around and meet up with other players. It's like super ideal, especially for someone who is like really into space exploration and the aspects of like going to different planets and seeing different things. Like I'm a nut for that, which is kind of surprised me that I was never really into Star Trek when I was young. Heck, I wasn't even into Star Wars. Now that I think about it, I wasn't really much into most of, well, I didn't get into, I should probably say, most of the typical sci-fi franchises that a lot of people talk about these days. Most of the type of sci-fi stories that I experienced as a kid was mostly just through cartoons and anime and the occasional, like, stories, like graphic novels. But don't ask me to remember the type of graphic novels I used to read as a kid. The only stuff that kept in my mind was the occasional Shonen Jump manga and some book franchises that I still keep near and dear to my heart. In fact, I still have one of them with me right now. I don't know where it is. I think it's in my box, my treasure trove of things that I just have on my desk for some reason, because I don't have any space to put it at, but oh, it's too deep in shit. Yeah, it's too deep in, like, my DVDs and my pencils, but I'm pretty sure I have something here. Ah, yeah, there it is. I think this is going to be, like, the only time I will ever have an excuse to pull this out. There we go. Alright, I wish I had a web camera so I could actually show this off, but I have an old copy of one of my favorite book franchises when I was a kid. A series of unfortunate events. Book 7, or Book the 7th, as they called it, by Lemony Snicket, specifically called The Vile Village. He had a thing for literacy in his titles. Yeah, I still have the old copy that I got from my library back in middle school. Does it have any sort of information on the inside? It does not, but apparently... Ah, here it is. This edition is only available for distribution through the school market. Do any of you have, like, old books that you checked out at your school, but for some, like, reason or another, unexpected reason, you just never returned it, and so you have this book with you at all times now? Yeah, that was me with this book. I got it from my middle school, which was the school that I left because I got bullied, and part of it was also due to racial discrimination. So fuck them, I'm keeping this book, and I don't feel bad about it. But yeah, Series of Unfortunate Events was always my favorite. I should probably go back to read it at some point, because I am looking forward to revisiting the Netflix series that they created for it, and that series, while amazing, and I love that TV show, it does get a couple of things wrong when it comes to the book, or I guess I should say, they do their own spin on things, and certain things are different, but like I want to go back to the book while watching it so I can like see and spot all the differences. Not only that, but the book was also just like very well written. Anyways, enough about my tangent. Let's see what you guys are saying. True, and I'm just crashing the economy for various systems. Also, there is a way to have the A Covet class ship that is player share. Ooh, is that a new feature, or was that something that we just never did in the original while we were playing? Because I do not remember that. I mostly lurk because I'm helping Jeff with his Python project he's doing for school and working on this season of Diablo 4. No worries, Druid, no worries. We're basically just going to be playing SMT Nocturne tonight. Well, I'm going to be playing SMT Nocturne tonight. I would be in a voice call, but I feel like SMT Nocturne is like one of those games where it's like, I probably just want to play it myself anyways. Now, if I was doing my original plan of playing Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires this week, I would be in a voice call, but I didn't because I need to finish some of these projects. Because, like, I have way too many series that I just pick up and then drop due to multiple different unforeseen reasons. And I feel like it's about time to finish some of them. SMT Nocturne being one of the few projects that I am not doing with Hydra. Anyways, yep, I have a few, but they gave it to me for free because they were getting rid of them. One of which is a Warrior Cats book. Ooh, cool. It's actually pretty nice of the library to give you that type of stuff, usually. Now, I'm saying usually because this is what I would do. Usually, if I had a big stock of books, I would probably just give them to like a Goodwill or some sort of like charity organization. Usually Goodwill is like the best place to give it to. But giving it to someone who would actually read them and appreciate them, such as yourself, is also a good idea. So, honestly, good of them to do that. Oh wow, we actually took so long that my playlist on YouTube has finally shuffled to a vocal song. I forgot I made this playlist until I was like, oh wait, the beginning of this stream is gonna be silent if I don't have music in the background. It's like, I have a lot of vocal tracks in this playlist, most of which are Toho, because Toho has a lot of music that is copyright free. Yeah, it's a new feature? Ah, okay. It has been a while since we played the game, so I can expect them to add new stuff. Honestly, that game continues to incorporate new features and stuff. It's a very it's a very support-heavy game. I seem to recall that No Man's Sky, when it was released, was in a poor state. Like, not a lot of people enjoyed it. It had a bunch of bugs and glitches and needed a lot of optimization. I think we have talked about this before while we were playing it. But that's something that I recall, and then it got better. If I'm not misremembering, and that is true, then that makes No Man's Sky one of those instances where a game can end up being better with continuous support and optimization. Another example of that being Fallout 76, which was a very bad game when it first released, and suddenly, after like a couple years, it turned into not the best Fallout game, but a pretty decent one, from what I have heard. I have not tried it myself, I have only heard from people who have played it, like Druid and Scar. Alright, enough of this nostalgia, because I do remember this song. Jeez, it's like a 5-minute song. I could have sworn it was longer. Yeah, this is Rainy Stars from Who's the Circle? Ah, it's Japanese. But I can definitely tell, considering the arranger is Tim Vegas, that it's Hatsune Tomiko. Not to be confused with Hatsune Miku, which is, you know, a Vocaloid. This is a Toho Circle. Gosh, I love Hatsune Tomiko. Damn it. Now I'm like, I need to go back to Dynasty Warriors, but I'm also interested in going back to Final Fantasy, but I also want to play Toho again. It's like too many franchises. Anyways. Yeah, now the fan base is pleading for the company to have a paid expansion, but they refuse to and keep dropping big updates for free. It's like, please, take our money! Alright, now we can start with the game today. This is gonna be a long one. I initially planned to play this game like 3 to 4 weeks ago because this session is gonna be a jam-packed one. If you guys look in the description, you will see I have compiled a fusion formula. Now, a cool thing that I used to do, or I should say, maybe it's a cool thing depending on your perspective. A thing that I used to do when I played SMT1 for the channel and SMT If back like, oh gosh, 8 years ago or something. At the beginning of those live streams, I would have an entire physical list that I made in a notebook of all the fusions that I did, including all the stuff that I did off screen, such as collecting these items, collecting these treasures, or purchasing these armor pieces or weapon pieces from shops. Instead, from this point onward, in both this game and every single other SMT game, if I do stuff off screen, such as making fusions, I will just write them down on my notepad on my phone. not a physical notepad, because I don't have much paper these days. Mood. I will copy it and then I will paste it in the description for anyone who is interested in seeing how I managed to come to these outcomes for my demons and stuff and etc. So that'll shave off some time for these streams and we can just focus on like actually playing the game or like talking and stuff like that. So with that out of the way, I also did a lot of off-screen stuff. So this is a save file that I had of stuff that I did in like a couple hours before the big grinding that I did, because this is an event in the Amala, Labyrinth of Amala, where you fought Raido Kuzunoha. If you guys remember in the last session, I fought Raido Kuzunoha through this entire labyrinth. If you played the Maniacs version, you would be fighting Dante here. And there's this big room that you can enter in with 2 switches. Now, if you come back here, after you beat the Black Frost in Kabukicho Prison, you will get this cutscene. Granted, you do not need to ever come back here again, so this is a very secret thing. I'm actually kind of surprised that the game does this, and not just like have you automatically see the Black Frost when you're just encountering Raido in this dungeon. It's one of those like super secret things you wouldn't know unless you have a guide or someone telling you this type of shit, but apparently I knew about this when I was playing the game on my PS3, so either I used a guide or I actually came back here. Anyways, let's go into the cutscene so we can actually load our state. You hear a voice.
Hey! Oh, I guess I'm a little late to the party.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Getting down here was like running through a nightmare. True story, Hio.
Love the dynamic, like, serious music being cut off by Black Frost. I mean, he is pretty dangerous from that boss fight.
Hee-ho, remember me? The Emperor Kabukicho has finally made his comeback. He to the freeze-ho, to the freeze-hey. What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and if you're wondering what exactly this comeback entails, I am not at liberty to say. Don't ask me why I shrank in size either, trade secret, ho.
Yeah, don't ask. It's totally not because the developers couldn't make a giant model work in battle. Even though we have fucking Gog Magog.
Anyhow, the reason why I'm in this hellhole is 'cause I'm trying to fight my way to the top. Bottom?
Oh, you're a bottom. Good to know.
I know if I tag along with you, I can learn to be my coolest, strongest self, ho. So enough hee-hoing, let's go already.
And this is how you get Black Frost to join. Black Frost joined you without your consent. And thus, we have Black Frost in our party. If we didn't have a slot, he wouldn't join us. Automatically, too, he is a level 66 demon, with amazing luck, apparently. Pretty good balanced strength and magic, and has some pretty good skills. Now, the best thing about Black Frost is his nullifications, his repelling, his draining, and the fact that he is strong to a lot of things. And I said great abilities earlier. Those 3 secret abilities that are question marked are Null Mind, Null Curse, and Null Nerve. If you equip all 3 of those things on Black Frost, he will basically be completely immune to all status effects, making him a genuinely great demon to have for the endgame. In fact, he's so great that we are actually going to have him for our final party. But as I stated earlier, this is a save that I made before because, as I show off, this is what we are playing right now. This is the Labyrinth of Amala. This is level 68 Spirit at 57 hours. This is my post-grind. 59 hours, I am at 69 level. Nice. Now let us load that as we end up in Shibuya, and we can pick up where we left off. Well, time for the Egg of the Nog. Oh no, Nexus is gonna start sounding like a Final Fantasy Tactics character. Alright, so this is me after all the grinding. I believe I wanted to get to level 69 for the fact that I wanted to make some more demons. In the context of my skills, I actually don't remember what skills I had before, so let me just check real quick. I have a... okay. So, Avenge is new. We got Avenge at level 69 because that is when we get access to it. So I used the Gaia Magatama to get Spirit Avenge, which is basically a way better version of counter. May perform a heavy counter attack when physically attacked. I believe that's half damage instead of like 1/4 damage. It really depends. So with that said, we made a lot of extra demons here. All the fusions that you see in the description are basically all the demons that we have in our party right now. So Clotha we used to have, Lachesis we also used to have, but we have Black Frost, and as you can see, he is a even better version of Black Frost, because what I did is I fused the Black Frost away and I created a brand new one via fusions. So now I have a Black Frost with Life Surge, getting him to 639 HP instead of like the 400 that he had earlier. He has Debilitate, which is the best debuff. Tarukaja for some extra buffing. Endure, I think he used to have. Mabufudine, kind of, you know, his only, like, elemental attack. Hades Blast, which is an amazing physical attack that you would take to the end of the game. And I managed to get him Null Curse and Null Nerve. Now, he needs one more level into 70 in order to get Null Mind. I think I am going to get rid of Null Curse, because, to be honest, Curse doesn't really factor into the end game, so we're gonna have Nerve and Mind to help him with the later battles. We also created the Mother Harlot, which was the fiend that we were fighting last time. The second to last fiend, mind you. Oh my gosh, her polygon feet, I just realized, are literally just triangles. Well, this is a PS2 model, I gotta remind myself. She has some amazing repels, drains, and nullification. She nullifies 5 things. Curse, Nerve, and Mind. Yeah, she basically is completely immune to status effects. That's good to know. A cool thing about Mother Harlot is her physical attack. The fact that she hits 7 times. Now, the damage is very minuscule, but the fact that she hits 7 times, you know, it's supposed to be her plus all of the heads, considering she's like the demon of Babylon, so. We also created a throne, because I found out that we can get a very special demon when we level it up all the way to level 68, because it can evolve.
It can digivolve.
I got a couple of demons for filler fusions later on. So we have Eartheus. I think Garuda's also going to be one of them. Kali is new. I made her. We have Titania's there. Scathach. This is a really, really good one. So Scathach is, if I remember correctly, the mentor of Cuchulainn. I don't believe we have Cuchulainn anymore. We had to retire him, unfortunately. You will be missed, Cuchulainn, and your amazing Gabolg. But we have your master now and the sexy thong for some reason. I don't know why they gave her a thong. But she has a really cool hat. I will give her that. Scathach is interesting in the fact that she gets an evolution once she learns all of her skills. So we'll be using that evolution for the end game. But she is really cool nonetheless, normally. We also have Girimekhala, not as good as he was in the boss fight, although, wait, what am I saying? He was a pushover in the boss fight. He does have Repel Physical, though, so he does have that going for him. And finally, I think Pale Rider is new. We got the final Rider. He is... Yeah, I think he is the best Rider, which isn't really saying much at this point. He's okay. Like all the Fiends, he does nullify light, dark, and ailments, so there's that, but like, I have way too many good things right now. The only thing that's really going for him is his really high strength, and the fact that he has the exclusive Pestilence, which, like, what does Pestilence do again? Medium damage, insta-kills any poison oh, that's nice. Basically, yeah, okay. That's a whole lot of nothing. So with that said, we are ready to continue. Oh, right. Now I remember why I made Kali, because she's going to be my Estoma bitch now. Basically, the demon that will have my skills that will negate encounters. Alright, so I did a lot of grinding in the extra dungeons, so I have some bulls to sell for some money, and we got a lot of grimoires to use for the rest of the game. Now, trust me, we are going to need some money for the end game. Not just the fact that we have a couple more Magatamas that we need to buy. I think one, actually. But we're going to need that money for something else, and I will explain that later when we get to that point. Now, for now, we have done everything that we can in terms of fusions. We have a really good party. In fact, let me bring out the party that I'm going to use right now. So we're going to use Black Frost, obviously, because he's awesome. We need a healer, so I think the team that we had was pretty good. So we're going to use Clotham, we're going to use Mother Heart. Oh, look at that, the party that we had, yay! Actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring in Throne, because I do need to level him up. Because I really, really want that evolution, that Digivolution that we really want to get from him. We're going to Digi-see, Digi-hear, and did you know that he is coming? I mean, I knew that he's coming because I actually looked it up. The Digi-destiny is going to be here today. Can I hear you say? Alright, we're heading to the Labyrinth of Amala. Despite the fact that I was there in the last save file, we actually do need to go back there because we need to make progress! We have a couple of things that we need to do before we get to the end of the game, one of which is continuing with the plot in order to find Hikawa at the government building. The other thing is to complete the Labyrinth of Amala, because we are going for the True Demon ending. Even though I'm not a big fan of it, we are still going for it. Also, let me see if the audio balancing is fine. Yeah, the audio balancing is fine. I mean, the game sounds a little quiet on my end, but I guess that's not really a problem for you guys. Alright, down into the giant sperm hole. I say that because, well, I've been repeating that for the entire series. Honestly, I think I'm gonna keep saying it for the rest of the series at this point. You know what? The final line that I will say for this for the SMT Nocturne streams is going to mention the red sperm. So congratulations, everybody. You made me into this. Although I should probably say that to Scar. You made me into this. You made me red. But Spirit, my dear, I thought you were already red. No, not that red! I'm not Red from Red Dead although I would want to be Red from Red Dead Revolver. He is a pretty cool character. Oh wait, I think I'm going the wrong way. If you took a turn to find the menorahs, you've gone too far. I'm sorry, Lucifer, but I am not Jewish. Your implications are lost on me. I'm pretty sure the Estoma is kept despite the fact that, yeah, well, despite the fact that we went to a different location, the Estoma is still a thing. Luckily, I just went through this labyrinth, so I know exactly where we're going, even though, it's a bit of a trek. So, we're not going to be finishing this game tonight, because I am pretty sure we have way too much to do. But we are getting to the end of the game. Honestly, when I started SMT Nocturne like a year ago, I was expecting to play this game with Revan and Druid, but like, it sort of just evolved to a series where it's just me playing, which is like perfectly fine. I like SMT Nocturne, and I have always wanted to do a hard mode playthrough of it from the beginning, which, by the way, let me check to see if it's still on hard mode. Yeah, okay, it is on hard mode. Funny thing, I have gotten to the point where I can do the extra dungeons on hard mode. I no longer have to lower the difficulty in order to have a chance at beating them. Because apparently I am just powerful enough to deal with them. Which is good. It really shows the escalation of the game. It's like once you get really, really good demons with great protection and your Demi-fiend has amazing skills as well, you don't really have to worry about hard mode instantly killing you. I guess you could say the same thing about Digimon Story Time Strangers, although I haven't played enough of that game to really get that feeling. Although I will say, hard mode is genuinely hard in that game if you don't try to overlevel is not really the right thing to say. It's more like if you don't try to load your Digimon. Because like the juxtaposition between my playthrough and your playthrough, Nexus, where you did load your Digimon and you boosted their stats to like increasingly high amounts, is actually quite exponentially different. Because, like, you had absolutely no trouble with the Taitamon battle, if I remember correctly. Meanwhile, me not loading anything made that battle a, like, genuine challenge. So it really shows, like, the balancing in Time Stranger is a little off, is a little wacky, but only if you make it that way. Granted, I like a game that even if you're playing a hard mode of it, it still gives you an option to make it easier. And granted, you don't have... That's the thing, you don't have to load. So if you choose not to load your Digimon, you can actively make the game hard, or as hard as it was initially intended. Or you could load and just not care about it. And honestly, both are incredibly valid. Honestly, I don't really have a problem with it. In fact, once I get to a point where I have to play Mega Plus, I think I will have to load my Digimon and just increase their stats that way. But no, I like an RPG that gives you the options. I think it's one of the reasons why I'm not one of those people who detest the ability to change the difficulty in video games, especially RPGs, because, like, what about the people who accidentally choose a hard difficulty and can't handle it? Well, I guess they'd have to restart the game. Not for this one, though, or for Time Strangers. All they have to do is just lower the difficulty. There's also no penalty of lowering it and then being unable to increase it. Oh, I think we got the cutscene here. So I got to show off what happens if you go to one of these peepholes that you have already visited.
My master is resting right now.
Oh, baby.
If you're here for information, I'd be glad to help you.
I want to ask you something actually and find... Huh, what happens if we say I want to ask you something?
Very well. I'll try to help you as much as I can. So, what is it that you'd like to know about?
The Vortex World, the Conception and Hikawa Aradia. Ah, okay, so this is actually pretty cool. All the scenes that you got as you look through these peepholes throughout the Amala Labyrinth, you can actually rewatch. So if you missed any sort of context, or if you want the context, again, for like all these topics, then you can actually get them. That's actually pretty neat. And I'm sure this was a thing in the original game, so that's actually pretty cool, just in case you're confused or anything like that. But no, I already know about everything, so...
Then you should get...
I know everything!
I look forward to seeing you again.
I look forward to seeing you too. You know, I love to watch him... I hate to watch him go, but I love to watch him leave. Especially in those booty shorts. Oh yeah. This is canonically Spirit's butt. Although, technically speaking, my butt would probably be bigger. Anyways. We unfortunately have to go through another hole, so... There was a hole here. It's gone now. Actually, no, it's not. Actually, this kind of reminds me of jumping into holes in Silent Hill 2. Which, funnily enough, was where Hydra went to sleep. Yes, this is the one that I constantly play. I think I referenced this in the last session, but this is the specific Amala tunnel that I would constantly replay in the PS2 version. Because back in the day, we didn't have those, like, outer world dungeons to give us free money or free experience. So I would have, in order to earn the money to do endgame fusions, I would need to replay these temples, and these temple tunnels. This is actually the best way to earn money. If you do these perfectly, and you know where to hit, you can get certain collectibles that will give you like 10,000 Maka, or like close to 20,000. Unfortunately, I got 135. There is two things that you can do. One is collect all the coins, which will give you a bonus. And then finding the secret item by destroying those obstacles. Doing both of those while not getting hit will earn you like 10 to 20k. And then you would have to do that all over again and over again. Thankfully, in this version, they kind of make it inconsequential because you have those extra dungeons, which is like, thank gosh! Because I had to learn how to perfect those, and as you probably saw, they're not easy to perfect. Especially with the fact that the timing on the punches are really off. Spirit, you laugh a lot like a Megamind. I like to laugh. I love to laugh like a maniac, too. I'm a maniac. Hey, Wither. I agree. That's why I love tactics so much. You can kind of just go on high difficulty, but it's only as hard as you make it for yourself. Exactly. Even in the original game, like, there's not much difference between the original difficulty of tactics and the tactical version, and the tactical difficulty from the Evil East Chronicles. The only difference is the damage values that you inflict on the enemy are lower than the normal version, and the enemies, I believe, are just kept the same. So it's like battles, technically speaking, last longer. So my point is that even in the original game, the difficulty was very much however you made it. Because of how tactics works, the game will only be as hard as how you understand the game, which in a way is also similar to SMT. Granted, the hard mode is definitely harder, as I've shown in this game. But SMT normally, if you're just playing for like the first time, if you figure out the mechanics and the intricacies that they try to teach you throughout the game, learn the importance of buffs and debuffs, figure out the press turn system or whatever mechanic that they have in each game, the game will become easy. If you don't, well, let's just say this will become the hardest RPG you've ever played, because a lot of people have said that, and like, I kind of disagree with that. In a way, it's definitely harder than like your casual RPGs. Like it's definitely harder than Pokemon, I'll give you that. But Pokemon is it's kind of in its own little like category when it comes to RPGs. I guess Shin Megami Tensei would be harder than Final Fantasy. That's a good comparison, because like those two are genuine, like iconic normal turn-based RPGs. And I would say Shin Megami Tensei games, for the most part, are definitely significantly harder than your average Final Fantasy game. It would be unfair to compare it to something like Final Fantasy VI, though, because Final Fantasy VI is incredibly easy. I would probably compare it to, say, like Final Fantasy IX or Final Fantasy... I was going to say Final Fantasy X, but 10 is also... 10 is actually one of those games where you can actually break it as well.
Turn back right now, it's dangerous up ahead. Not only is it dangerous, it's deadly.
It's very steep here, be careful.
I'm telling you, you're not gonna live to regret it. Well, if you still insist on going, I won't try to stop you. Just make sure you go straight. Don't ever turn left, okay? Please believe me.
Alright, well, I want to turn left now. Alright, we have a little a little tunnel here to take us back to the entrance, if we need to save. Oh no, I just remembered what this place is. Okay, we are now in the 4th Kalpa, which we're getting deeper and deeper. This is the one with the damaged floor, so thankfully I stocked up on... Well, I used to have 99 float balls, and you ain't one. But now I have 93 float balls! So this will thankfully carry us... Oh great, it doesn't matter! It doesn't even matter. Okay, so even though this negates floor damage, this is not floor damage. This is just straight up room damage. The entire room is poison. How much damage did that do? Holy Black Frost. Well, this is gonna be a trip. Yet I still made it so I can one-shot people. Yeah, oh gosh. Tactics is such a fun game to break. In like the best ways possible. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we're not encountering anything. Thank you, Estoma. So the guy said not to go left. I kind of want to go left. I want to go down the hole. Alright, let's see what's over here. I don't know what this guy was talking about. There's nothing over here. Also, we are being massacred, apparently. Well, there is a long room that keeps going. I am genuinely curious. Okay, so the map is not like infinite or something like that. You obtained... Oh, look at that. 25,000 Maka. That's the amount of Maka you'd probably get by going through one of those tunnels. Yeah, I have vivid memories of playing the PS... Oh, it does go further. Never mind. I thought that was a wall. I have vivid memories of playing the PS3, well, it's technically the PS2 version, but it was on the PSN network. Yes, Spirit, the PlayStation Network. I remember that. It was on the PlayStation 3 network, And I remember I beat the game. I got New Game Plus twice. And at that point, I had the notion that I wanted to complete the compendium for the game. So I see. There's like an effect that shows a wall, but as you go further, the wall just goes further as well. Ooh, that's actually a really neat effect for a PlayStation 2 game. It's actually really, really cool. Yeah, the wall just straight up vanishes. Oh no, and there goes the demons. Please tell me that we can use a stoma. No, I don't want to be noticeable. Okay, there we go. I was worried this was going to be one of those games where, oh, it's a new moon, that means you can't use a stoma. Thankfully, it's not one of those games. Remember when I said I wanted to digivolve my throne? Yeah, we're not encountering anything, so I guess I can't. Here lies the Spectre. Here lies the Spectre sisters! Oh no! Did Rubius get to them? Oh, that damn Rubius. Sakahage. Yep, so these are all the boss that we defeated before. Unfortunately, they're not from the Nega Moon, so we don't have to worry about them. By the way, yeah, I have been getting into Sailor Moon recently. It's one of those franchises that I've always had on the back of my mind because I did catch a couple of episodes when I was a young tyke, but I didn't have the interest to watch the franchise, probably because it was well past my time. They weren't really showing reruns, but still. Have you been through the 12 meters of eternity yet? It can take you to different places, like the vault or the maze, but I'm warning you, don't go through it when Kagutsuchi shines the weakest. Why? What do you mean, why? If you wander into the Wicked King's room, you won't come out alive. I think that might be something that we can enter back at the third Kalpa. We may or may not go into that area, we'll see. Oh, I think we finally made it to the... Oh, no! Oh, thank goodness they didn't get a turn, because we are all at 1 health. So despite having a stoma on, these guys seem to be a high enough level to negate that. Alright, well, I need to pass... We definitely need to use Motor Armor. There we go. Hey, this will be the battle that will allow Throne to Digivolve. Congratulations, Throne.
Yo.
Throne, let's see if you can do something while you're a Throne. Prominence. Please tell me they don't negate this. Okay, ooh, good job, Throne. And with that, he has level 68, and we get Debilitate. Awesome. What are we gonna replace that with? Honestly... No, wait, we have Mahamayon. We can replace that. I was gonna be like, Prominence is okay, but like... Actually, Prominence is pretty good. Alright, we will let the mutation continue. Throne, Digiball 2... Throne, Shinka! And he shinked into an Archangel. I am Uriel of the Seraph clan. Ooh, our first Seraph. Charmed, I'm sure. Unless Throne was a Seraph, I'm pretty sure he was. Throne digivolved into Uriel. Uriel, one of the 4 Archangels typically shown in the franchise. This is his original SMT2 design? It's either 1 or 2. We fought him before. He was one of the 3 Archangels that Chiaki, or, I'm sorry, our friend Firestar summoned. Ooh, if you look at the walls, you can see faces. I never noticed that. Those actually kind of look like the faces that are on Scar's chest. Yes, that's Scar. I'm so glad you could name your friends after, in this game, after... things. Like, they can actually be named. So nice. Anyways, Uriel is one of the 4 Archangels. If we get him to a high enough level, I believe we can then fuse him to make the other Archangels. So Uriel then fuses into Raphael, which then fuses into Gabriel, which then fuses, I believe, into Michael. Now, St. Michael is like level 90, so we're definitely probably not going to get him for this playthrough. Actually, it depends, really. So he repels light, nullifies fire, no weaknesses, pretty good, and still retains all the skills that I had as Throne. So he's actually really, really good. In fact, we're probably going to keep him out for a while. Did you change your model by hand, or did you do it on its, or did it do it on its own? Oh, so I have a thing where the program that I'm using, ViatoTube, allows me to have keybinds. So whenever I press the keybinds, I can actually change my model. So right now I'm damaged. Well, I'm not damaged anymore, but I will be damaged. All right. There's one more room we haven't explored, and it's a treasure. Honestly, the guy said that we shouldn't be coming over here, but it's actually kind of worth it, especially if we can get a Death Stone. Now, with a Death Stone, we can go back to the Cathedral of Shadows and make another fiend. Unfortunately, I have pretty much made all the fiends that I want. Mostly because there's no, like, weaker fiend that I really, really want to have in my party. I guess I could make Hellbiker, because I never actually made him for some reason. But it was mostly because I didn't have a Death Stone that I could use. I could probably make the rest of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, because I think I only made 2. I made Pale Rider, and I think I made White Rider. Or I think I made the one with scales because it was druids, or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I don't know. All right. I was waiting to get into a random battle, but I have 82 chakra drops. I'll give this to Clotho just for the sake of keeping her with high HP. You know, there's a part of me that really wants to go back and save, but ooh, Quetzalcoatl. I should save! I should definitely save! No! Yeah, I should definitely save. Okay. Oh, well, I know what I gotta do. I gotta use a beat. No. No, it's too early. It's too early to be using those. Peridola. Alright, well, Black Frost, we're gonna have to... It's just me and you against the world, Frosty. It's literally me and Scar against the world. Alright, he won't be able to kill us if we're just at high health. Alright, Quetzalcoatl, I do not remember what you're weak to, but I guess I should probably summon something just so we don't have to worry. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that I don't have Albion anymore? But Albion was my boy! I guess we'll just bring out Mother Harlot. Come, Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII, because you have the same voice actress. Yeah, seriously, that is just Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII. A lewd Lightning. Oh, speaking of lewd, we got a lewd dragon on our hands. Didn't last long, unfortunately. I wonder if we could do it again. Now die! Glug glug. I do kind of miss the sound effect that she makes in the PS2 version. It's like a very loud... It's a lot more entertaining, I will say. Does Quetzalcoatl negate fire damage? I don't want to chance it. There we go. Okay, that served as a wake-up call. Let's bring back our demons real quick. Definitely need to... Oh, we can't buy Bead of Lives, unfortunately. Alright, Mother Harlot, you're cool and all, but Clotho is kind of my girl who heals me all the time, so we kind of just need her out. Oh, damn it, she has Sama Recarm? I could have revived Clotho, then used Sama Recarm on your... Well, wait a minute, what am I talking about? I'm still talking like I'm still at the beginning of the game where I need to save money. I don't need to save money anymore. What am I doing? Then again, when it comes to RPGs, I am incredibly stingy. Like, if there's a chance where I can do something that will save me money, even if I'm, like, at the end of the game where I no longer need money or something like that, or money's, like, really easy to come by, I will still do the thing. Because I just don't want to waste money. Honestly, the only time where I'm not like that in an RPG is probably Persona 2. No. Yes. No. Okay, yeah. I am like that in Persona 2 Eternal Punishment too. Granted, though, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment is one of those games that I played, like, constantly to the point where I got past the 99-hour mark for RPGs. So it's like, I played that game too much to the point where I legitimately did both. I stopped spending money at the end of the game and started doing things that would save me money, and also spend my money willy-nilly because, like, I was at a point where, yeah, I could spend all the money that I wanted because I did, like, so many hours in the casino. Okay, we are at the beginning. Nice. All right. Quick to Shibuya. Probably due to real life that you were like that. Yeah. I guess that is fair in what I am like in real life. I was gonna say, like, no, I don't, but yeah, I actually do try to spend my money as moderately as I can. I only really spend my money when I know I am, like, able to, and if everything is going to be all right for the month. I wouldn't say I'm, like, completely frugal. That's definitely Druid more than me, but I try not to be a big spender. Now, if it's a Steam sale, then well, not even a Steam sale. If it's like a winter Steam sale or a summer Steam sale, if I am able to spend that much money, then yes, I will. By and large, for this entire year, I haven't been able to do anything during those big sales. Maybe I'll do something for the winter sale. If anything, I'll do what I did last year, and probably get some games that I know I'm going to stream for the channel, and get some gifts for friends that I know will play the games that I get them as gifts. Hey, this might be a good opportunity, if it is on sale, to get Dokapon Kingdom for everybody. Because I know Hydra was asking me a while back, like, hey, when are we going to start Dokapon Kingdom? I was like, whenever we get the game. That, or we could just... I brought up how we played Dokapon Kingdom a while back, Nexus and Druid, where we used your emulator on your PC, and because the game is not like Mario Party where you have to, like, input different commands during, like, a minigame section. No, it is literally just, like, commands, like, this person goes here, stuff like that. Yeah, it's easy enough where the person doesn't need manual control. So I offered that as an option, as a potential option. So, like, if we want to save money, we could do that. Which I think that's what we're gonna do. If anything, I'll just do the, I'll use the sale to get games that I know will probably play multiplayer, for live streams and stuff like that. I know one game that's probably going to be easy to get for everybody, Monopoly! The game that ruins friendships! It's been a while since I've ever played Monopoly. I think that would be fun. Steam sale, where? Well, I already have it. Well, yeah, you already have it, but I don't have it, and I believe Hydra doesn't have it? Or at the very least, he has the sword game. Not Dokapon Kingdom, specifically. Okay, so this room is not poisoned, thankfully. Funnily enough, I thought that Astoma was going to carry me throughout all these Kalpas, but apparently not. Quetzalcoatl is still strong enough to be encountered.
Have you been using the shafts that connect to the Kalpa? I heard that your innate abilities, such as your agility and strength, affect your performance.
It does?
If you plan on collecting Maka in there, then you might want to train yourself for it.
I had no idea that was the case. Well, then again, what are my stats? Oh. Maybe I am strong enough to deal with those, but, like, I completely forgot about that. Ooh, Loki! We have 2 Lokis and a Chimera. Now just imagine which one is the bottom. Well, it's definitely not going to be Loki. Honestly, not the weirdest thing that Loki has slept with. Be gone, thought. I like how Uriel's animation is literally just that.
Ooh, what an elegant threesome.
Black Frost, do you have anything to say about this? Wow, everyone is just calling Loki a hoe, apparently. Alright, considering we used a debilitate, I think we can get off a javelin rain. I love that animation. Gosh, the Demi-fiend has such cool animations in this game. Alright, yeah, I thought Astoma was in fact going to carry us, but some of these encounters still bypass that for some reason.
Oh, I'm so in love with our leader. Who is he, you ask? Sorry, I can't just give out his name to strangers, but he's such a man of nobility. We call him the Lord of the Flies.
Oh gosh.
I can't stop thinking about him.
Well, I guess we gotta prepare, because we're gonna be fighting Liquid Snake at the end of this. Oh man, if there wasn't voice acting in this game, I would totally give the Lord of the Flies the Liquid Snake voice. You're out of time, Demi-fiend. Hey, Spirit, you liked my sunglasses? If that's the case, then who would be Ocelot? You know what? It would be the old man. Considering everything that happens at the end, yeah, that actually makes sense.
If you have any death stones in your possession, you can call forth the deaths that you have conquered, just as you have created new demons. It all depends on the light of Kagetsuhi, though.
Yeah, we already established that back all the way back in the first Kalpa. Although I guess the game didn't actually tell you that. Oh gosh, Girimekhala. Well, good thing I have magma access for this occasion. It pays to have an ability that is elemental. Speaking of elemental, prominence! Oh, maybe that wasn't such a good idea, because now the Chimera can attack. Oh man, one more point from it being a nice number, Spirit. I'm sorry, Spirit. Alright, note to self, no prominence. Dude, what, did he just spit on them? Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Clotho doesn't really have any offensive magic moves. She only has buffs and debuffs. That might be a problem later on. Then again, I'm sure it's no surprise that we will be replacing Clotho at some point. She's not going to be sticking with us for the entire game. Although, I am ooh, I like how Uriel actually uses his sword. It's actually really cool. I was debating on the idea of bringing a full Morai Sisters team, which honestly isn't really a bad idea. It's just there's so many demons. You know, like in RPGs, specifically like monster collecting RPGs, you got a bunch of like monsters that you can choose from to have in your party, like Digimon for instance, or Pokemon. It's like there's so many demons in this game, I don't want to get rid of any of them. You're pretty good. I'll sell you something special. Interested? Oh, apparently this is a Revolver Ocelot. Wait a minute, your party's full. If you want a new companion, make some room first and then come back. Fortunately, I can't get rid of anybody. I believe that is the shady broker that sells you the Mothman, though. The fully developed Mothman. Oh, there's a full moon chest right here. So for context, for anybody who doesn't know, who hasn't been watching this series, these are called full moon chests, or full Kagutsuhi chest. Basically, if you open them during the full Kagutsuhi, which is all the way up there to the left, it's basically the moon, you get a better item. If you open it at any other moon phase, it's a worse item. I don't want to open it. But I know I'll never come back here. I don't want to open it. I don't want to open it. But I still have to go back to the Amala Temple to open those ones, damn it. What do I do? If I open it right now, I'll get the lesser item, but I'll feel horrible if I do. I don't want to open it. And I don't want to run in circles for the next minute, possibly encountering stuff that will kill me. That's great, we're gonna run in circles. Here, I'm gonna run around the chest. Ring around the chesty. This kind of sounds like I'm running around somebody's chest. Which, would. The only chest I'll run on is the chest of these Girimekhalas. Because, gosh damn, look at their bitch tits. Although, unsurprisingly, their bitch tits aren't the ones that jiggle. I can't believe their bellies have jiggle physics. Although, honestly, I can believe that. Jiggle physics back in a PS2 game, an early PS2 game at that. Color me surprised. Is there a way to change the moon phase? Oh yeah, you change it by having your character move around. Which is why I'm like, oh, I don't want it. Because, like, I have to encounter shit. And it takes forever if you're encountering stuff. During the Amala Temple, I spent a good like 20 minutes running around in circles because of like encounters every 3 steps. And it got to the point where, because I was like knee deep in a really interesting conversation, I accidentally ran past the full moon, and then it had to count all the way back down to new moon, and then all the way back up to full moon. I was like, I distinctly remember I had like a mental breakdown. Not an actual mental breakdown. I'm more hyperbolizing. But it got to that point. Anyways, it's about to be the full moon. There we go. Now let's see. Was this worth it? Spirit.exe has shut down. That's okay. It's a full heal item for one person. So like, that will be useful for the final boss, but like elixirs in Final Fantasy, unless it's Final Fantasy VII, I never use them until the final boss. You know, this isn't post Shin Megami Tensei 4, where items have a carry limit. Like, you can't carry more than a certain amount of somas. I think it was like 5 somas in games after that. Honestly, I like what SMT Nocturne did. The fact that items have a limit to the amount that you can carry, not like a full like capacity limit for every single item. No, just like an item limit for each item. So like the less quality items are like, you could carry 99 of them, but the really good ones you can only carry like up to 10 and sometimes even up to 5, which kind of incentivized you using these items, because like, oh, I can only carry 5, so I might as well use 1 and then get another one later whenever I eventually get it, or buy from a shop, etc, etc. It incentivizes you to use the items, which I kind of feel like somebody could make the excuse for games back in the day that allowed you to, or that had limited inventories. Like, games back in the day that had limited inventory, someone can make the excuse that that's a good reason for it, but like, no. If there is a limited inventory system for every single item, like if I were to collect 10 items in a game, then you can't collect any more items after that, that is just bad design. Which is why I dread ever going back to the original Final Fantasy 1. Because Final Fantasy 1 had a severely low item limit for everything. I believe it was 4 item slots per character, which is really, really bad. At least in my modern mentality. And my modern mentality goes as far as to like the PS1 era, because I am I'm a sucker for PS1 RPGs, so like I'm fine with some of the archaic bullshit that those games have just like incentivized. Oh great. Oh thank goodness they use a fire spell. This is also unfortunately one of those games where if your main character dies, then it's a game over. Uh-oh, hold on, not gonna use prominence. Let's use a debilitate. That might actually be useful. Huh, you know, I'm genuinely curious if this will actually hit. If it hits, it will be elegant. Oh my gosh, they block it! Of course they do. Oh, screw it, just Hades blast them.
I just realized I didn't heal.
Well, it's like we're gonna take this turn to heal. Screw it, I'll use a life stone because I'm too cheap. Hey, 169. Nice. I like how despite the fact that I am 15 parts in and I am very close to the end game, I am still in a position where I get scared during random encounters because the random encounters are just that scary in this game. They genuinely are. Well, yes, they are. I was gonna say only in hard mode, but no, even in normal mode, there's always the chance that the enemy could just like pull a constant critical combo on your main character and just be like, lol, nope, you died. Oh, I used the wrong ability. I was supposed to use Magma Access, I used Divine Shot. No wonder there was no effects on the Divine Shot animation. I was like, where's the charge? Where's the kaboom? That's Uriel's version of Hawk 2. Oh gosh. There are just some things that I feel disappointed whenever I bring them up. And that is one of them. This Black Frost is definitely paying its dues though, I gotta say. Oh, do I take the chance? You know what, I'll take the chance.
What's the worst that could happen? There we go.
Oh, that's the worst that could happen. Well, at least they didn't attack first. Alright, we're gonna need to life drain. Not making the silly decision of using Mahama again, though. Kinda wish I could replace that on Clotho, but kinda can't at this point. She's kinda just stuck with that. Alright, screw it, let's take a chance! Take a chance on me. Ha! He can't even use magic. Screw you, Starro. Alright, I think I'm gonna need some different party members for this dungeon. I need someone who can deal, like, big magic damage. You have Maziodyne, which can be useful. Titania has Glacial Blast, which has always been nice. She's kind of low level, though. Scathach. We could probably use her. She has Mazondyne, Prayer. Ooh, she has a lot of really good stuff, actually. Girimekhala, Lachesis, who unfortunately does not have the sound effect in this game. That's always a disappointment for me. I'm always going to bring that up. It's like the best part of that demon, and it's like, it's not even in this version. And what's even the point? Pale Rider has Pestilence, which I think is ice damage. Oh, and he also has Hasohaba. He could be good. Alright, well, we're definitely gonna we're definitely gonna put Clotho back. She's great, and I love having a Morai sister on my team, but like, yeah, she doesn't have good abilities at this point. We need someone with with magic and can heal. So I guess the only one we can actually bring in is Scathach, since she has Prayer. Uriel does have a healing spell, but I'd rather have two healers just in case one of them doesn't have enough MP. Oh, speaking of healing, here's Dr. Dark. You know what? How much? You know what? No, we're self-sustaining. There I go again. Not spending my money. Although, to be fair, there are some things that I still need to spend in this game. Like, we still have one Magatama left.
The cursed area on this labyrinth... Oh, I'm sorry, this is a cult leader.
The cursed area of this labyrinth were created by the wicked king who's in the room ahead. The curse will be lifted if the king is dead, so if by some miracle you manage to defeat him, you might want to go back and revisit each Kalpa.
Oh, great, I have to go revisit everything.
You know those golden doors that are always in different parts of the labyrinth? I hear there's a guy who knows how to open them. If you're lucky, maybe I'll run into him. Of course, I highly doubt that you'll last long against the wicked king, let alone defeat him.
Oh, that's a very breathy voice. Alright, so we're getting close to fighting this wicked king, apparently. Ooh, yeah, and we definitely need a new Magatama if we're gonna fight him. Gaia has some wonderful skills, but
By gosh, does it have a lot of weaknesses.
we're about to get to level 70. What do I need to get for level 70? Actually, this is a free level, so I don't need to get any skills. So, let's see. They kind of spoiled who we're going to fight just by the title alone, so I might have to equip Satan. Don't take that out of context. This good little Christian boy needs to equip Satan in his life. Alright, we'll just insert this right in the ass. No, Satan, no! Oh, I ingested Satan. It's Satan-Vord. Have you guys ever ingested Satan in your lives? Oh, I'm sure one of you has. I'm going to hell. Do I have, Okay, so I got rid of the abilities that negate dark and light magic. So I do need to equip this Magatama. Good to know. Alright. So we need to negate darkness. I was about to say negate blackness. But then we wouldn't have Black Frost in our party. Ooh, he repels darkness. Good. Uriel, being an angel, does not, so we might need to replace him at some point. Ooh, some of these people don't, actually. In fact, we might need to bring in some new parties. I think we might need to replace Uriel with Pale Rider for now. Or Mother Harlot, actually. Mother Harlot does have a healing spell, right? She has Mediarahan, so she will be able to heal. She has Debilitate, which is great. Yeah, honestly, we'll go in with Mother Harlot. Now, in terms of buffs, Rakukaja, Sukukaja, Tarakaja. Okay, so we have all the Kaja spells, so we'll be fine there. Yeah, honestly, this is a pretty good party. All right, we just need to be careful. I know that this next boss is going to be very demanding. First, we gotta get through these silly encounters. Unfortunately, these encounters can sometimes make or break the game. Oh, not bad, Scathach, not bad. I'm gonna take the gamble and see if Zeodyne actually works. Okay, it does! And we're gonna just punch him. Just punch him in the eye! I have so many life stones, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been negotiating with demons since like the halfway point in the game, just because I've been using the money DLC dungeon to just get all of my demons through the compendium. So like, I don't need to care anymore. I don't care about you. I don't care about anybody. All right, so down here is apparently where we're gonna be fighting that boss, or not. We call the corridor ahead the 12 meters of eternity. It's only a short distance to the other side, but every time you enter, you end up somewhere else. Try it yourself, you'll see what I mean. Did we skip a location, I wonder? because this feels like something I'm not supposed... Oh, okay, so I guess I am supposed to go down here. Man, I completely forgot the 4th and 5th Kalpas. Because, like, I do not remember any of this shit. I also kind of forgot the 4th Kalpa, or I'm sorry, the 2nd Kalpa. We are in the 4th one, right? Oh, we can't even use a map. Okay, so we entered during the 3rd Kagutsuchi. Or Kagutsuhi, I'm sorry. So, from what they said, every single time you enter in a different Kagutsuhi, the hallway will change. Well, this is definitely an entrance of some sort. Ah, I see. Okay. And we still can't use the map. Oh, you can get lost here very easily. Oh, there's another passageway. Another Death Stone. Another one. Dreams go restless at your presence. Oh, no, you don't. You're not gonna go restless in my presence. I want to make myself unirresistible. Yes, unirresistible. That is definitely a term, Spirit. Congratulations. Here lies Asiel. The guy who we murdered so fast we didn't even get to see his ultimate attack. Which I will show off in this version. I will show off once we get him as a demon. Here lies Scotty. So all the temple demons. So this one's going to be Albion, right? Yep. Albion and his many babies that he can constantly reproduce. Don't you just love it when you're fighting a boss who can just constantly say, hey, I'm gonna get pregnant right now, and just spawn a bunch of enemies? It's kind of just the concept of Echidna in DX2 now that I think about it. Too bad, this is a dead end. You spent all the precious time coming here for nothing. Just so you know, there's another place nearby that looks like a dead end, but you can actually go through it. Have fun looking for it. So I have to go back all the way from... Oh, go back to the beginning. Okay, Cocobot, I will. Alright, so we came in during the 3rd Kagutsuhi, and this is all the way back in... Oh, to continue, just go down that ladder. If you want to go back, then the room... Oh! It's really strange. From the other side, the phase of Kagutsuhi determines where you end up. From this side, you can only return to the entrance. So there are other collectible goodies if we enter in from the opposite side during a specific Kagutsuhi phase. I'm kind of wondering what those extra goodies are, but it's probably going to be like another Death Stone, another special item, or something like that. Just like, it's good and all. Maybe I'll come back later and try to see what's here. Or maybe I'll look up a guide. Most likely I will just look up a guide. Man, this place is bigger than I expected. I thought we were going to be finished with it in one hallway, but apparently not.
Would you like to rest for a while? Only 500 Maka.
No, because I know what you girls are going to do to me.
You girls are going to take advantage of me, and as a tiny little Demi-fiend with a tiny little scrotum, I can't do that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm just a very shy Demi-fiend. I don't think I'd be able to have fun with the presence of females next to me.
Which, by the way, I wish I had a webcam to show you guys right now, but I was poking my fingers together.
Ooh, Demi-fiend.
I'm sorry,
Demi-fiend.
ugh.
I think you need to advance that switch, activate that switch, actually, over there to continue. It looks like you can get to the other side from the Kalpa above, so why don't you try to make it your way across?
I don't wanna... Oh, do I have to in order to progress? Oh wow, we're actually getting deeper now because we're encountering like super endgame enemies. We have Taute and we have Night Nyx. It's a drag queen and her two sheepies. Her two sheeples. Thankfully, we have our own drag queen. Are you still allowed to say that, by the way? I know Drag Race is a show. And I'm not sure if that's a term that is, like, acceptable these days. I often question about terms like that that are used in some form or way, of whether or not they're still okay being said. And like, whenever I learn of a thing that is not okay to be said, I wholeheartedly stop saying that word. I mean, just recently I found out that the G word that describes Romanian people is no longer a culturally acceptable thing to say these days. Which kind of makes rewatching stuff like The Hunchback of Notre Dame a little unfortunate, but I mean, you gotta remember, it's a product of its time. You're such a goober. Alright, do I have to, do I have to go in during a certain Kagutsushi phase in order to progress? I think I might need to, in which case, let me look up the fourth Kalpa. Fourth Kalpa guide, because at this point, I think we've pretty much warmed out our welcome here. Alright, so we head down, we go to the Hell's Hall. Wait, what? Hold on. We are in the fourth Kalpa, right? Upon entering, you will find yourself inside a cursed corridor. Keep heading straight, entering the north door. Wait, yeah. So we came in from here. Where's the fourth Kalpa map? Do my eyes deceive me, or do we have the... Okay, we do have the actual map. Alright. So it says to head north and we'll eventually find the enemy, but, like, I don't see that. Oh my gosh, there are a lot of locations apparently in the Hell's Maze. Okay, so the Hell's Maze is something that you can do in the Hell's Labyrinth apparently. Alright, we go in through the third Kalpa, we go there, yada yada yada, yep, we go in through there. Run past the peephole, jump down the floor. Upon entering, you will find yourself inside a cursed corridor. Keep heading straight, entering the north door. Warning, footballs do not work in these types of corridors. After entering the north door, proceed down the hallway. Once you reach the intersection, take the eastern path. Was there something we were supposed to do over here, probably? Or no, what about over here? In the B1, you will face a hallway with a warp point. It teleports you to different locations based on the phase of the Kagutsuhi. Where the phase indicate is new, enter the warp point. Oh, okay, so we need to enter when it's new. So you know what that means. Basically just like opening a chest. Kill me. Oh man. Honestly, as much as I love this game, I can't wait to move on to other games in the franchise. That, and also, not just this game, but SMT1 whenever I eventually finish it with Hydra.
I'm looking forward to getting to SMT5, but I know it's gonna take a while to get to that game. Oh my gosh!
Oh thank gosh, he's so stupid. You know, I'm also gonna be really happy when I'm done with this game because I won't have a fucking heart attack every single random encounter. Just the fact that you can just get a game over that easily. Oh. You know, at least with Final Fantasy XIII, which also had this mechanic, you could still retry battles. It's not like you're just stuck. But no, SMT Nocturne needs to be difficult. So, like, if you get a game over, you have to start all the way back from the save file. To be fair, normal mode is not that bad, actually, in this game. It's not as bad as hard mode. I've stated this multiple times. Hard mode increases the damage values that the enemies deal to you, and oh gosh, there's no way of escaping from battles. Although even in normal mode, I never really had an easy time escaping from battles. It was kind of just always difficult to escape from them. Mostly because there's this stupid mechanic where an enemy will just stop you no matter what, and there's no real guarantee on whether or not they will stop you or not. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I'm saying it's a really annoying mechanic because, like, it's not just for the run, for running away from battles. It's also when you, oh my gosh, how many battles am I going to face in this 6/8 moon? Quetzalcoatl's, I love you, but get me, stop coming over here. I do not accept your advances. The only dragon that I love is the dragon that is in my voice call, or not voice call, in my live chat. And maybe Tinsel if he ever became a dragon. Although he's more into being a serval and a wolf. Although he is also a brony, so he does have his own pony sona. I just realized my character was at 31 HP. I wasn't even paying attention to that because I fucking used Javelin Rain. If they wanted to, they would have killed me right there. Okay. Let's, you know, a murder. Thank you, Mommy. Okay. Oh, that's right. She can only use prayer during, encounters. Oh, thank goodness, it finally went to 5/8. And then 3 more encounters during 5/8. I swear, this game probably has, like, the worst random encounters that I have dealt with in any RPG. Although Persona 1 is pretty difficult, or pretty bad when it comes to that. Actually, Persona 1 isn't that bad when it came to random encounters. It just was bad because of the fact that the encounters were so slow in that game, especially when you're not using an emulator. Although I found a way to make them go faster. No, to be honest, what is the worst JRPG when it comes to the random encounters? The random encounter rate specifically. I'm trying to think, because, like, this is a very big contender. Especially when you're going through, like, a terrible dungeon like the Obelisk. The Obelisk was, in my opinion, like, the worst of the worst. Because it had random encounters every, like, 5 steps. And it was just so annoying. I think that was the first dungeon where I legit had a mental breakdown. Not a legit. I keep saying that, and I know people are gonna worry about that. I mean that like hyper. I'm hyperbolizing. I really am. Gosh, I'm still on the fence on that question, because like most of the RPGs that I have played are typically in the PS1 era. I haven't actually played many SNES, SNES RPGs. But I have watched a couple of SNES RPGs from, like, Let's Plays. Definitely one of the worst I have had the opportunity to witness was definitely a game called, gosh, what was it called? Monster Densetsu, which is known as, like, the Super Shell Monster Story, that's what it was called. It has, like, a Japanese title, but a lot of people know it as the translated name, even though it was never, like, it's one of those games that never left Japan for obvious reasons. Because back in the day, in the SNES era of video gaming, Japan had this mentality for Westerners that if a game is too hard, then Westerners will not give the time to learn or play the game because of how difficult it is. So a lot of games like Final Fantasy V or Final Fantasy II or Super Shell Monster Story was never translated. So that's why most of those games have fan translations because of that. But yeah, Super Shell Monster Story, from what I remember, has a terrible encounter rate, and there is no way to negate encounters outside of a... Get this, in the sequel, Super Shell Monster Story 2, there is a way to negate counters for a few minutes. And in order to use the ability to negate encounters again, you would need to go rest at an inn. So if you were in a dungeon, well, you could negate the encounters for like 4 minutes, but that dungeon takes you like 30 minutes to go through, so congratulations, you're still gonna have to go through 100 more encounters. I can't wait to play that game. And I am definitely using speed up for that. I know Hydra got mad at me for using speed up during Digimon World DS2, or just the first game, but I stopped using it after a certain point. Specifically halfway into the game, because I felt like, yeah, it would be a little bit of a disservice to not to use speed up. Also, because of the fact that there were so many glitches when I was using speed up. For some reason, that game on emulator just is so unstable. If you use speed up or save states, actually I think save states are fine, but if you use speed ups, there's a chance that like 40 minutes into your session, the game will just crash, or there will be a point where it just glitches and it won't allow you to progress a dialogue. And I had that happen like a total of 3 times during that playthrough, which ended a couple of sessions. So this is what I was afraid of. Because the encounter rate is still happening, despite the fact that we're using a stoma, I have to be careful, because if we encounter something at low health, it's potentially a game over. So we need to inch over to wherever the place that we need to be at is, while constantly using our healing spells. But no, Super Shell Monster Story is definitely the worst. This game is definitely a big contender as well. In terms of other games, the encounter rates, and I should probably state, I am one of those RPG players who can stomach a lot of archaic bullshit, which is probably why I'm a Shin Megami Tensei fan. So if a game is, for all intents and purposes, very janky to a lot of people, it is probably not as janky to me. Considering my favorite game of all time is still Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, I know that game is incredibly janky. Also, nice MP, Mother Harlot. I know that game is janky. I know that game has a lot of problems. Even then, I still find absolute pleasant and enjoyment in the battle system and the card manipulating, and in the card collecting system. So, like, typically if someone was to have issues with Persona 1's encounter rate, I'd be there saying, like, it's pretty okay, actually. It's not that bad. So, maybe I'm not the right person to ask for this question, but I will definitely say this game and Super Shell Monster Story, both Super Shell Monster Stories, are the worst when it comes to random encounters, in my experience. I definitely need to play more RPGs on this channel in this oncoming future, which, by the way, I will be playing. What's it called? Gosh. Oh my gosh, what was the name of the game? It's Druid's favorite. I was gonna play it for the holidays. Was it Trails of the Sky or Trails of Sky? Or was it Skies of Arcadia? I think it was Skies of Arcadia. Yeah, I'm gonna play Skies of Arcadia at some point. Before the year ends, I want to play Skies of Arcadia and The Legends of Dragoon. 2 games that are, well, one is Drew's favorite and one is your favorite, Nexus. Just for the sake of like, playing games that I know some of my friends enjoy and love, and trying to see the enjoy and love, and try to see the love that they have for it, and possibly gaining the love as well, because I have always wanted to play those 2 games, and this finally gives me an excuse to do so. Anyways, Mothman!
Alita's woman's ahead. Be careful.
I know, Mothman, I know.
And then I just hug Mothman. Mothman, give me a hug, please. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I really need to stock up on some chakra drops. I stocked up on some before we... I heard my voice crack there. I stocked up on some before we started the session, and even then, I'm starting to run low. You definitely eat through those. It is natural for every... Oh, I wanna... But I need to save up my money. Sorry, Dr. Dark. Okay, I'm gonna wait to heal until we get to the door. Oh gosh, they even name it the Wicked King's Hall. Alright, this is it. And we're gonna use another chakra drop just to be safe. Oh, dang it. 3 more chakra drops and it would have been nice. Alright, I think this is a good team, although it's probably the only team that I have that could possibly handle this. So, just in case. I know this boss uses dark abilities, so we have Null Dark. That should be okay for our party. Let's do this. What is it, like 2 hours into this stream and we're finally getting a boss fight or an actual encounter that we actually need to be careful with? Yay. Oh my gosh! I forgot they played.
Stood the attacks of the fiends, and now you stand here before me.
Like, I knew that they had the SMT1 Law theme, a remix of it, when we were talking to the Great Voice in the sky, but they also have the Chaos theme from SMT1, slightly remixed as well. That's really cool. That's a nice detail. Especially since I have been playing SMT1 for this channel recently.
For this feat, I shall grant you audience. Come forward.
Come closer, dear. Oh boy, and if you know that arm, you probably know exactly who this is, as if the title didn't give it away. Yeah, it's the Lord of the Flies, who we actually haven't met yet in SMT1, so...
And chief among those who fell from heaven.
Oh, really? Oh, let me ask you something, Chief. Does your belly also have jelly physics? Does it also have jiggle physics like Girimekhala? I guess you could call it jelly physics in a way, because it is moving like jelly.
Alongside the angel of darkness, I lead the demons of chaos. I am Beelzebub, ruler of death,
So
warden of souls.
that's actually kind of interesting. I never heard it being pronounced as Beelzebub. But I guess that kind of does make sense, considering ball is pronounced that. It's not like bile, which is how I would typically pronounce Beelzebub. Actually, when did I pronounce it as Beelzebub? And where did I get that from? Oh, wait, now I remember where I got that from. Because of Beelzemon. Yeah, that's the reason why I pronounce it as Beelzebub. But no, apparently it's Beelzebub. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where I'll just never get used to. Anyways, this is the Lord of the Flies, Beelzebub. Typically, one of the demon kings from hell. One of the 7 great demon lords of the sins. And before you say, oh, that's another Digimon thing, well, no, that's also just a religious thing, too. So he's a pretty big deal in Shin Megami Tensei, so this encounter is nothing to scoff at. He is basically the second of command when it comes to hell. Or the Chaos faction at that. Also, wicked hair, man. That kind of just looks like the hairstyle I used to rock when I was young. Apparently I was Beelzebub.
Here we have Lord Lucifer's favorite.
I'm really Lord Lucifer's favorite? Oh, thank you.
I've heard much about you.
I hope it's good.
With the power given to you by Lord Lucifer, you are trying to create a new demon, correct?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, we actually have no idea what we're doing. We're kind of just going through this labyrinth.
You didn't know. That's what the menorahs are for.
Oh, Well, thank you for telling me, Beelzebub. In that case, just turns around and leaves. I'm gonna go get the neutral ending. Do-do-do-do-do.
When all the menorahs have been returned to their rightful places, a new demon of chaos will be born.
Yes, and that demon will be Garland. Da-da-da. And that's why we have to go and stop this ritual, because we are in fact Jack's spirit, otherwise known as the Killer of Chaos.
I have no idea how he talked you into connecting them, but I must say, you're quite gullible.
I'm gonna be honest, Beelzebub, he didn't really talk us into it. He was more like, oh, this is something you could do, and you're like, neat. That's literally what happened.
Remember this. The demons of chaos are all waiting for that moment.
You know, I just noticed something. He has like a bunch of tentacles coming out from his back. That's a very interesting detail that I don't think... Are those tentacles, or are those supposed to be braids? Honestly, it could go either way.
The moment when a new demon is born, and Lord Lucifer makes his final decision. At this, the army of chaos will rise at his command.
And then he'll let his monsters grow. Although in your case, I think you've already grown.
To bring about that glorious event, I would gladly assist you.
That is because I am Lucifer's butt monkey. That's right, I am his second in command. Therefore, I will do everything that he says, because I am basically his maid. I am his maid, the only woman in his life that he will not fuck. Sorry, that is an obscure reference that I'm pretty sure no one will get unless they played that game that I am referencing.
But you must first demonstrate that you are worthy of my help.
And of course, like typical, we have to prove our worthiness by fighting him.
Form is more suitable for this test.
No, hold on, I kind of like the giant belly. Oh gosh, the sound of flies. Oh, hold on, maybe this form might not be so bad after all.
Prove your strength to me.
Oh gosh, I'm joking, but like, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there who probably finds this form of Beelzebub incredibly hot. I wouldn't be surprised.
Unleash the demonic power given to you by Lord Lucifer.
As you say, divine shot! Which is ironic. Alright.
Now, let us begin. I hope you don't die.
Oh, trust me, I really hope I don't die too easily either. He just did a normal attack. Okay, there's the big stuff. Oh, I'm actually really glad that I brought Mother Harlot. I didn't even realize that he uses thunder magic. So this is Beelzebub, one of the big bosses that we need to fight in order to get to the end of the Labyrinth of Amala. He is quite a nasty thing, not just in the fact that he's a fly, and of the Tyrant class, but also he has some pretty nasty abilities. For example, he has instant kill dark moves, which is why we stacked up on Null Dark and Repel Dark with all of our demons. Although I think Scathach doesn't have it, which, now that I think about it, might actually be a good thing, because that will proc him to use that ability. First and foremost, like most of the bosses in this game, we got a buff and debuff. I don't really know if he has Dekaja or Dekunda, but we'll find out through a bit of buffing and debuffing. Alright, we did a focus, so we'll have that in effect until we do an actual attack. Scathach, I think our best bet is to use a Sukukaja to increase our evasion. Wow, he's... Beelzebub! You know who Mother Harlot is. She is literally on your side. That is not a good idea. I love how his wings have the skull and crossbone symbols on it. Gosh, that symbol has been ruined for me throughout the years. Like, I never think of, like, poison or anything like that. I just think of... Well, actually, no, I do think of poison. Which I don't think is what was initially supposed to be what that symbol represented. Alright, after a while, we will go on the offensive. Just a couple of more buffs. Again, not really sure which death spells he has, but we're gonna chance it for now. Scathach, let's do a quick heal, because you're not looking too hot, and I'm not taking any chances. Especially since he's using Mazandine. Oh, this is nice! Mazandine is what Scathach will null, and Maziodine is what Mother Harlot will repel, so we are in a very good position, actually. Alright, now which one's going to be more better? Honestly, I don't think he's weak to fire, and, oh, we're not a hot dragon wife, so I guess we're just going to have to go with Divine Shot. There's power from my pup! Let's do another Debilitate. I think this should be fine. I love the music that plays for Beelzebub too. It's so funky. Ow, 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 ow. How did I not see that coming? Seriously. You're supposed to be on my side, Mother Harlot. I'm sorry, I should probably speak as actual Beelzebub.
You were supposed to be on my side, Buzz.
He's gonna be like Tentomon from the Digimon Tri-Bridge, where he just says "buzz" at the end of every single one of his sentences. Honestly, I could see that. Man, I can't wait for when Tentomon digivolves into Beelzebub. I mean, technically speaking, you could make him digivolve into Beelzemon through like some obscure evolution cycles.
It is entirely possible.
Good, it's not nearly as powerful. We're gonna bump up our strength to exponential amounts, and then we'll go all out. Again, at this point, I'm just trying to bait him to see what he's gonna do. Because of our combination of Scathach and Mother Harlot, we're kind of in a really good position where he's kind of just screwing himself over. Oh my gosh! 1998! Huh, I was 1 year old by the time that happened. Oh my gosh, I just realized they actually flash her butt at you. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. Most of the demons in Shin Megami Tensei are very revealing and luscious. In a very, like, respectable way. Like, most of the demons are based off of their respectable religious slash mythological counterparts. Like, I believe this is supposed to be what Scathach is supposed to look like in, is it Celtic or Irish lore? I think it's Celtic.
That was a good warm-up. Well, my subordinates are getting restless, so let's start the real battle.
I know it's because we did enough damage to him, but I love the timing of him saying this because we just did the life drain, which is basically just the suck ability.
Oh, that was a good warm-up, Scathach. But now it's time for the real thing.
And then he just pulls out his giant fly. Well, you know.
Feel my power, Demi-fiend.
I'm so sorry. This isn't a Spirit Rosewolf stream without some weird, horny banter for some odd reason. It's gotta be weird shit, like Beelzebub cock. There we go, there's the Dakaja. Alright, so all of our buffs are gone, and he's focusing. And then he hits Mother Harlot. Oh, damn it, we don't have Tetrakarn. You know what? Considering Black Frost isn't really doing much, who had the Tetrakarn? I believe it was Titania. Oh gosh, I do not remember. It might have been Lachesis. Fine. We'll bring out the waifu. Oh gosh, we literally have an entire party of waifus. I just realized that.
Joker, that's the treasure chest.
I know Morgana, and then I stuff her in the treasure chest. I'm actually surprised I just said Morgana was a girl. You know, I always got the impression that Morgana is supposed to be feminine, not just for the fact that they have the voice actors being a female, but like, yeah, always gave that impression. Which makes it even weirder when they fight with Ryuji. Okay, good, she does have Tetrakarn. Let's see him try to get through this. And he also has Dakunda.
Ooh, well, there's the instant death right there. There goes Scathach.
Honestly, that kind of sucks, because Scathach was really carrying for a while. Well, we'll just have to replace her with Pale Rider. At least Pale Rider will ensure that we don't die. Alright, well, we gotta get started on the debilitates again, because debilitate is important against this boss. Although, I am at very low HP, so I'm definitely also gonna have to heal real quick. Yes, I am ready for a heal. Thank you! Oh, that wasted a turn. Okay, maybe I should have brought Albion as well. If you're just gonna attack my demons.
You know, I really didn't think this battle through.
Seriously, I have two of your subordinates, and you should know that both of them negate physical attacks. What are you doing? Then again, I don't think Pale Rider is supposed to negate physical attacks. I believe that's just something I gave to him via fusions. So it's like, okay, you know what, fair. I'm trying to remember if the Tetrakarn stays. I don't believe it does. I think it's already gone at this point. This song just makes me feel like we're in a dance party with Beelzebub, and Beelzebub just like... Alright, everybody, a quick question. What dance do you think Beelzebub would do? My money is on the Charleston. Although, it probably also would be the Truffle Shuffle. Man, imagine doing the Truffle Shuffle with those long legs. Let me tell you, it's not easy. Ooh, she's gonna need to suck. Suck, suck, suck. So does that suck for each individual head? Because if that's the case, then, well, Beelzebub, you're gonna have to whip out 7 dicks right there. I'm sorry. I was apologizing earlier about the jokes that I constantly make, and I still make them. Classic spirit. At least I didn't have Clotho saying elegant. Alright, that attack is really hard hitting, but thankfully he doesn't get an extra turn after the fact. Oh no, my HP is too low to do Javelin Rain! Anyways. Imagine if he had counter. I would have fucking lost it there. Okay, honestly, despite the fact that he's using Death Flies constantly, it's not that bad of a battle. Although it would be bad if my Demi-fiend didn't have Null Dark. Let's just say if I wasn't able to nullify Dark Element, that Death Flies attack would instantly kill me. Well, now I'll never know if Tetrakarn was still in effect because we just dodged that. Thank you, Titania. Thank you for dodging that attack and not taking any damage. Thank you for sidestepping, Titania. Which I guess is what dance you will be doing. Great, now I have the mental image of Beelzebub dancing. There's a couple of RPG villains that I always headcanon or imagine doing like weird dances. One of them is obviously Golbez doing the truffle shuffle. Or the Charleston. Actually, the Charleston is even funnier. And now it's Beelzebub. Honestly, that's just a good opportunity to have him waste a turn. Because buffs, while really good, aren't doing that much for us at this point. Unless we can get a hit off with Divine Shot. No, right now, what we need to do is we need to suck. Because we need more MP. If I really wanted to, I could just, like, suck him until the end of time and steal all of his MP. Which is a valid strategy. Honestly, I don't think he's gonna murder us with a physical attack. I say that. Say that and he just fucking... What are you doing, man? You're practically just throwing the battle for us. Oh, I get it. Lucifer told you to go easy on us. It's like when you're, it's like when your big brother is playing video games with you, but he purposefully plays bad so that you can win, just so you can feel good about yourself. Oh, Beelzebub is actually a really nice guy. Okay, that's really nice. Big bro Beelzebub. I always knew I wanted a big brother, but I didn't know it would be a giant fly. But I'll take it. I'll take it. It's too bad I don't really have a really good physical demon, because Pale Rider is fine, but I kind of miss, oh gosh, what's his name? Kitian Dashang, which is basically another word for Son Goku. Yeah, I kind of miss having Son Goku in my party. Ow. Oh my gosh, you finally hit the right target. Congratulations, Beelzebub. You know, you probably would have killed me there if that did a little bit more damage. Oh, I mean... He's taking us down to critical health, but overall, I'm not really feeling that much danger with this battle.
We're gonna be okay, guys.
Honestly, we kind of just entered into this, like, weird loop of just focusing and then divine shotting. I mean, this is typically the loop that you're supposed to do when it comes to these final battles throughout the game. I'm trying to... Oh my gosh. You idiot! I'm trying to remember. Does Titania have negation against darkness? Because, like, she's not getting insta-killed. Either she's extremely lucky or she's just... She negates it. Also, Beelzebub is now in his low HP animation, which is good, because that means we're getting close to killing him. Overall, this battle was a whole lot of nothing. You talked big, Beelzebub, but unfortunately, I have an overpowered broken party. I have the power of Titania on my side. Alright, some people like to call her Titania. Or Titania. However you pronounce that moon. Because I know it's based off of a moon, and some people pronounce it as Titania or Titania. I know if I were to ask Scar, he would probably say titties. There you go, titties. You deserve it. That can be dangerous if we don't have Tetrakarn. That can be dangerous if you didn't suck. Speaking of sucking, I didn't that time. Oh wait, the limit was reached. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright, well anyways, good luck trying to hit us. Honestly, this Tetrakarn is only just for spirit and titties. Oh, Megidolion! Ew! Okay, that's hard.
In more ways than one.
That is basically the Shin Megami Tensei version of Ultima. Or Tier 3 Ultima, if there was one. Although, now that I say that, what game was it? It was a Crystal Chronicles game for the DS. I believe it was Rings of Time? It was the one with Yuri and Chalinka. That game had Ultica, which I think is supposed to be like the Ga spell of Ultima, which is kind of scary when you think about it. Alright, do we have focus on us? No, we don't. Again, that is just wasting turns, so good for us. And he will eventually murder himself. Now, because Mother Harlot took 75 MP from him, I had assumed that was all of his MP, but I think that was just because the debilitate plus... Well, just the debilitate, actually. Increased the magic damage, which therefore increased the amount of MP we were taking from him. Which is an interesting thing that I've noticed throughout this playthrough. Like, life drain does scale off of the buffs and debuffs that you deal. I am not going to use my Divine Shot for this because that will be, that's scary. I will, however, use a Chakra Drop on, let's go with Mother Harlot. Oh, good, he's an idiot again. Divine Shot should probably just be reserved for the first turn because I don't want to lose too much MP, or I'm sorry, HP, in the event that he uses Megidolion again. Because, like, Megidolion was done with no defense whatsoever on us. Which reminds me, I should probably put some defense on us. Well, now I am. Thank you, Titania. Thank you, titties. Suck! Oh, yeah, baby. Now that's the type of suck that I enjoy. Are you kidding me? You died as soon as I said that comment. He was like, how dare you suck me without consent? But what he didn't know is that I had repel, so I repelled the suck at you. Congratulations, Beelzebub. We sucked you and then we murdered you. That was the weirdest battle I've had in this game so far, and I've had a lot of weird battles. Let's never forget Scotty. Anyways, we leveled up, yay! Alright, oh gosh, we have gotten to the point in the game where we really need to think about which stats we're going to distribute. I could just get some more strength and deal more damage with Divine Shot. Or I could just put in some more for agility. We're at level 70, so... Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna put some in agility, because there's a possibility that we'll get incenses that will permanently increase our stats. And maybe we'll get some for strength, you never know. Maybe we'll get 4 more for strength. And that will be enough to bite us to the end game, because there's gonna be a Magatama that will increase all of our stats by 10 points innately, so. Anyways, Jive Talk. I don't talk to demons anymore. Oh, look at that, Null Dark. That would have been quite useful. Satan is letting loose. Let him continue. Yeah,
Well, I guess that's what happens when you have Satan in your asshole.
Jeez. Alright, well, let's bring Scathach back to life because she needs to. Bring me to life. Yeah, I don't even see a point to keeping the life stones anymore, so we're going to be using them as much as possible. Titania, you served us well. Pale Rider, you served us well. I want my main party back. Black Frost, you know what? Yeah, let's bring Scathach, because she deserves it. Alright, well, that was it for Beelzebub. Now we can just progress. Fortunately, we are cursed. So, that's something. Ooh, that's a lot of treasure. We found Beelzebub's secret treasure, of course. Oh, damn it. 3 full moon chests. Oh, please tell me. Is it close to the full moon, or do I have to wait an entire cycle? Oh, thank gosh! Alright, let's see what all these treasures are. 3 diamonds. My diamonds? That was the 3 diamonds! Oh, man. I guess they still feel really bad about rose quartz dying. Strength incense. I mean pink diamond. Rose quartz has nothing to do about pink diamond whatsoever. I mean, she did, you know, wait, that's not supposed to happen. So, what? I'm just spoiling a bunch of shit. Anyways, what do we have in this chest? Ooh, magic incense. I think I have a couple of incenses that I haven't used. Oh yeah, I have a strength incense too. I think I got that from the Lucky Ticket shop, which is nice. Ooh, I think my family has brought pizza home because I could already smell it. We're getting Pizza Hut tonight, which is like. By that reaction, I mean I'm not really that crazy about Pizza Hut, but they do have some pretty good Alfredo, so I will be eating that. And my dog is gonna start barking, so I think I'm gonna let him out real quick. I shall be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. So, I have no idea what we're doing now. We've gone through the Hell's Hall. Oh, the curse has been lifted! So we no longer have to worry about the curse anymore. Unfortunately, we still can't use a map. That was Dr. Dark. This is...
You defeated our leader? Well, and you should look for the star key. You're gonna unlock the golden doors. It's somewhere in the labyrinth where it used to be cursed. There's another demon who knows where it is. If you can get the star key, maybe you can make it to the bottom.
Okay, so we need to go find the star key now. So how do we go and do that? Spear Rosewell better not be streaming right now, or else I'll have to blow up a moth. Well, well, well. Oh, speaking of Mothman, or the Confused, I was speaking to a moth as you were typing that. Alright, so we've gotten to the point where I have no idea what to do now because yeah, that room didn't have a location. So let's go back to the guide real quick. Once you guys head back to the room ahead, speak to the Mothman, speak to him about the star key. The item is needed to descend further into the labyrinth. After speaking to him, orient yourself south with the Mothman next to you. On your left... Well, okay, orient myself south. Wow, the Mothman is very fuzzy, apparently.
He has giant chicken legs.
Wood. Anyways. Actually, can we get close to the Mothman so we can have him in the... Oh, yeah, baby. There's Mothman. Oh, my gosh, he's a giant Mothman. Oh, yeah. That is screenshot worthy. So anyways, what was the second? After speaking to him, orient yourself south with the Mothman next to you on your left. Head south until a door comes up to your left. Enter that door. This door? Okay. Uh-huh. Use the warp point to get back to the end of the original warp corridor in B1. Don't go down the ladder. Instead, use the warp point behind you to return to the entrance of the 4th Kalpa. Return to the entrance of the Mala using the hole next to entrance in Seoul. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a lot to do. So I have to return to the entrance. I have to go through all of this shit again? Ugh. And then I have to go back to the 2nd Kalpa, apparently, because I need the key in order to progress. Oh, this is just great, isn't it? And to think, I thought it was just going to be a merry little trek through the labyrinths, yada yada yada. Also, that thing I posted in the server is a UI I'm working on. Oh, don't worry, I read that. By the way, don't forget to put in... And don't worry, I remember that too. And trust me, that was the first thing that I did. Alright, so we gotta head back all the way to the beginning after beating Beelzebub. I really have no idea how you're supposed to know all of this. But then again, I think that's supposed to be the point. A demon is just supposed to give you a hint and then you work your way through it in your own right. Ooh. It's like, I get it. But still, I don't like it. Is there a way where I can just travel all the way back just by, talking to an NPC? 'Cause, actually, it's not that far. It's literally right there. We'll hoof it. Time to hoof, everybody. Push! 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 It's like that point in the game where you're forced to backtrack to a location you were already at, and there's really nothing interesting in between you traveling there and you traveling from location to location. You know, a better designed game. I should probably rephrase that because this is a pretty finely designed game for its time. You know, a different game would probably have an interesting cutscene or a way to make it different by backtracking to that location. Although I guess, technically speaking, you're not supposed to be going through the entire Amala in one sitting. I mean, the game expects you to not do that, considering you have to, like, backtrack in and out constantly when you're at a point where you can't progress any further. I am unfortunately at a point where I need to, actually, now that I think about it, you wouldn't even be able to get to the 4th Kalpa without defeating, Trumpeter, which is the final fiend, which means once you defeat the Trumpeter, you are basically guaranteed to go through the entirety of the Labyrinth of Amala. But I guess some people could potentially just stop here, progress with the rest of the plot, get to the point of no return, stop, come here, and then finish the rest of the Kalpas. Which is like, yeah, but like, no? Like, I don't wanna? Alright, so we have to head to the 2nd Kalpa, right? I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, we do. Alright, let's jump in. You know what? I should have saved. I just realized I forgot to save. What if we die and have to redo the Beelzebub fight again?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I swear to God, though, if I have to do that battle again, I'm going to stop and then I'm going to redo it off screen. Well, that's it for the SMT Nocturne stream, everybody. Basically.
I know this is evil of me, but I'm going to reuse that UI to show off more items because I'm making it to show off items and abilities with descriptions and stuff. Oh, totally, go ahead. I mean, I don't consider that evil unless you want to be evil, in which case then yeah, you're. How could you be so evil? No, yeah, I reuse UI and reuse resources all the time whenever I'm drawing, so I completely get that. Alright, so we have to go through the 2nd Kalpa, but hey, Flauros! I finally played Shin Megami Tensei 1. You're awesome. I'm sorry, not Shin Megami Tensei 1. Silent Hill 1. you're awesome in the way you stopped that little high school girl from destroying the town, even though that would have actually been good, and stopped the cult's plans, and also stopped her mother from birthing a god from her child, who is literally like 7 fucking years old. No, yeah, you're awesome. The more I think about SMT1's plot, the more I'm like, I'm sorry, Silent Hill 1's plot. I keep mixing the two franchises up, dang it. Also, I decided that the infection meter will be visible in the UI. Oh, cool. Alright, so, okay, does everybody remember that cursed corridor that I went through all the way up here? So basically this staircase that leads downward, we need to get back there. Huh, I remember I was trying to go there previously, but I stopped at some point. I did manage to get through the entire corridor, though, which was cursed and was constantly dealing damage to me, similar to the Beelzebub Kalpa. Or, I should say, 4th Kalpa. But now that Beelzebub is gone, it won't harm me anymore. Unfortunately, there are still going to be a lot of really nasty encounters, so I gotta be careful. Also, I completely forgot that I'm still cursed, so I'm not gonna earn any experience! Man, I really should have went back and saved. Yeah, okay, I ringed around and then I stopped.
The curse has been undone, you can go now.
Bitch! I was able to come here beforehand, kid. Get out of my way. See, this is why I don't want kids, because they're little bitches. I'm kidding. Oh man, this is way more manageable than it used to be. Alright, so don't go through that door. Apparently that's a trap. There's a trap! So maybe I could have actually gone through here and got whatever was down here if I just continued onward. Man, I kind of regret it now, actually. Oh well. At least it allowed us to,
Have more time together, everybody. We have more time in this world together. And isn't that always the best?
I forgot. I wanted to use Hades Blast, damn it. Well, I gotta hope that this kills. Oh, thank goodness. Simultaneous moan. There, I posted the infection meter on Discord. Oh, nice. I'll check it out once I get through this hallway. Or actually, while I'm going through this hallway. Hey, look, Mom, playing the game with one hand. Oh yeah, watching Demi-fiend go through the hallways and with one hand. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scroll down there. It is actually really hard to move the camera with like one hand, because like I'm moving it with one finger, and it's like my middle finger because of my position with my hand, and it's like, it's really, really awkward, dang it. Alright, this is actually kind of reminiscent of the Masakato room from SMT1. Except that Masakato didn't have these doors that lead to the previous hallways. So anyways, we go down here and we go to the 3rd Kalpa, I'm guessing. Oh hey, Scar's awake! Nice! He probably doesn't know that I'm live streaming right now. Oof. Just got a notification from a meme. Pegasus the ally. Oh boy. Alright, let me check your UI. Real quick. Ooh, it's like a circular ball, a circular crystal ball. I like it. And then we fill it up with the liquids of contamination. Still not 100% sure how many sections I'd have on the UI. Screw it, make it like the most inconvenient UI ever. Just have a bunch of shit all over the place and have it be unable to turn off. So players just have like a meter for their corruption and a meter for their HP and a meter for something that only happens once in the entire game, and just have it be inconsequential.
Alright, I'll tell you something you might want to know. My drinking buddy is somewhere in Tokyo getting hammered. He's got the key that opens the golden doors.
Oh. So I have to go back to Tokyo. Oh. Oh. Okay. You know, when I said I wanted to complete SMT Nocturne in one more setting, I didn't think I'd have to do so much backtracking in the Labyrinth of Amala. I guess I must have, like, repressed all of this, because I do not remember any of this stuff that we needed to do. I guess, like, the last part of the Labyrinth of Amala just really wasn't that memorable. Well, okay, this busy work wasn't memorable. What was memorable was the battle with Beelzebub and the cursed corridors, because that I do remember. But the having to go back to the second Kalpa and go through this swirly bit, and then having to go find this demon in Tokyo who I don't even know about. Oh wait, I actually do know about. It's Loki, isn't it? It has to be Loki, because he's the one who's drinking in Nyx's bar. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense, but still, it's like, ugh, I have to... There's so much backtracking, and it's like, well, this is a Shin Megami Tensei game, so I kind of have to get used to it. It's kind of par for the course, but like, yeah. See, if I was playing this outside of a live stream venue and on my own time, I think I would be fine with all this backtracking and stuff. Heck, if I was playing this as a Let's Play, I think I would be fine with it. Which is kind of why I am probably going to go ahead and relegate the SMT Kyoyaku Megami Tensei. I'm sorry. I was initially doing Kyoyaku Megami Tensei for the channel via live streams, but I've come to realize that I would rather... Oh, that's kind of convenient, actually. They changed all the doors to be two-way instead of one-way now. It's really nice, actually, because I'm pretty sure they were all one way. Anyways, Kyoyaku, I was originally streaming that, and I got 3 sessions in, and I realized, wait a minute, this would actually make the perfect, like, Let's Play series, because it's just a chill RPG, where I could just bullshit my way through with colorful commentary, and, like... Anyone who wants to listen can listen, and it's like, it's great background noise, because that's typically the type of Let's Plays that I listen to whenever I'm doing downtime stuff, or whenever I'm drawing and stuff like that. What I usually listen to is Let's Plays of people who play games and just like have colorful personalities and just talk about the game and go through the game and have like fun conversations, either with co-commentators or with themselves. That's usually my bread and butter. So yeah, I kind of want certain franchises like that to be like for Let's Plays. So Kyoyaku Megami Tensei is definitely something that I would do for a Let's Play venue. It would also help because like those types of games, I could have like a time limit for each part. I could do like what I was doing for Mega Man X1 and Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, where it would be a 30 to 40 minute part, so I'd actually be fine with that. Anyways, also, there's going to be a New Game Plus special ending, actually, too. Ooh, nice. Honestly, add as much as you can, because the more content you add into the game, the better. So, speaking of colorful conversations, I was actually debating on whether or not I would make a game. So I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I have brought this up a lot. But one of the projects that I have been looking forward to making over the years is my very own comic series, which is tailored towards my OCs along with all of my other friends' OCs. You know, we'd all basically be in this fantastical world that I would be writing for, and it would have this sort of like Toho-esque style magical world with technology and shit, and like it's too much to explain in just one TLDR. But basically, point is, I have been debating on whether or not to turn this idea into a game instead of a comic, where I would instead make it into like a visual novel or something, because visual novels, for all intents and purposes, are a pretty good venue in order to tell the story. I have actually thought about doing that. But at the same time, I'm like, if I were to do a visual novel, what program would I even use? There's Visual Novel Maker, but I've heard some pretty mixed things about that program. And then there's RPG Maker. Well, I own multiple versions of RPG Maker, so it really depends on which version I would go with. And I know that RPG Maker, MV, and whatever other versions, they do have plugins that allow you to create visual novels. But, like, I would also have to learn coding. Well, maybe not coding. It depends. There are some plugins for it that would just allow you to not learn coding whatsoever and just create a game through, like, options and stuff like that. Really, the only thing nowadays, because of how many outlets there are for RPG Maker, the only real thing you need to do and learn is art. You would need to draw, which I could somewhat competently do. Probably not backgrounds, because I suck at backgrounds, but other things I could probably do, like character designs and sprites and monster designs. So yeah, I've had that idea in mind. I gotta really look into the types of things that RPG Maker can do. Another thing that I thought about doing for this comic, instead of, actually making it a comic, is instead I would probably make it into a... Oh wait, I'm supposed to meet up with Loki, that's right. Where is he? He's in Ginza. Instead of a comic, I would instead make YouTube videos. And I would make the art... And I would have it be like this mixture of visual novel, video game cutscenes, mixed with constant, like, comic shots of, like, action and stuff like that, spliced in between, with subtitles at the end, kind of making it like it would kind of be like this weird hodgepodge of everything, but ultimately it would feel more like a storyboard than an actual, like, comic or visual novel or video or anything like that. It would mostly just be a storyboard, which is like the closest thing to my vision that I think would work with how I want to portray it. Honestly, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. But that's not discontinuing the fact that I actually do want to make a video game with RPG Maker. One of these days I'll have to do that.
Oh, you again. What the
I don't even remember what voice I gave Loki before. I drank the damn thing, or I might as well have. I sold it to a curious mannequin, see? I needed the money, what with my room being raided and all.
Oh, that was us.
The booze helps. Alright, so a curious mannequin, huh? We know a curious mannequin ourselves, so I guess we need to know... So I guess we need to go visit, and I believe Asakusa? Well, that's if he's still alive, that is. Considering Asakusa was completely massacred thanks to Firestar. Dang you, Fire the Dragon, for murdering all of those people. Who weren't even really people. They were... for murdering all those filthy mud people. My gosh. Can't believe I'm racist to mannequins. So basically what I'm doing at the moment, where I have you playing the game on my side, on my side screen while I play. That's cool. That is actually convenient considering you have two screens, so yay. Maybe one of these days I'll get two screens, but right now I just can't afford it. Also, my PC probably can't handle that. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I would need a stronger PC in order to handle two screens at the same time. There's things like Unity and Blender. I believe they have the option of 2D. Here's the thing. I would also need to learn like I would need to learn the complicated mechanics and how to work Blender and Unity, which I have tried. That, in fact, I used Blender and Unity in order to make my my 3D VTuber model, which I don't really use nowadays, but that's how I made it. Although made is such a strong word. I used oh gosh, what's the name? Vroid Studios to create the model. Then I used Unity and Blender in order to convert the model into a usable model that I would then be able to use for VMagic Mirror, because I needed to give it I needed to give the names that. I needed to give the skeletons the names. It's a lot of complicated bull that, like, you gotta really invest a lot of time into learning how to do. And I tried to teach Scar because he was making a model similar to that, but like it was. Oh right, no, it wasn't. Okay, so he had a model that was made from another. You know what? Let's go this first real quick. By the way, I got this from a demon for 60 Maka the other day. 60 Maka! Wait a minute. He got 60 Maka for selling the star key? That's not even enough to get any booze. Unless Nyx is very, very cheap. You know what? She probably is. Or maybe she just feels sorry for Loki. Either way. I'm not interested in it. I'm only interested in man-made items. So I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you if you like. Do you want it? Yeah. Okay, then here you go. Oh, I'm not even gonna sell it to me. Hope you enjoy the rest of the shopping. Honestly, I would have purchased it. Well, we do need to purchase more chakra drops, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the method where we buy 10, and then we buy another 10, and then we exit the store after we buy 10, and then we get a lucky ticket.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Anyways, what was I talking about again?
Welcome.
Right, Scar got a 3D model of his Sona from a friend that he commissioned. And then he asked my help in order to figure out how to rig the skeletons, because he wanted to use VMagic Mirror, which unfortunately the model wouldn't allow him to. But for some reason it wouldn't let us render the skeleton in the normal way, probably because that method was used for VMagic Mirror. Or not VMagic Mirror, for Vroid Studio models. So, yeah, we kind of just ran in circles for an entire day. And we accomplished pretty much nothing. It's just kind of a disappointment, really, because I was really looking forward to getting him his model. But it is what it is.
Oh.
Gonna get another revival bead, and then that'll be another 10.
Well, what do you want? Well,
Well,
I'll do it.
how many tickets do we have now? 6. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend another. I'm not gonna spend more time trying to get lucky tickets. I'll do that off screen again. We got 5 repulse spells. That's not bad, actually. All right. Anyways, we got the key. Let's head back to and raise the key. let's head back to the Labyrinth of Amala, so we can finally progress with that place. Oh no, it's Shiki-Ouji. Wait, we're encountering Shiki-Ouji? I could have sworn that we used a stoma. If I remember correctly, you negate physical attacks, so I'm not even gonna try. Man, I really hope I get hit by this. Okay. Suck. We're sucking paper. Which I'm sure a lot of people did when they were young. Shiki-Ojis, I believe, they're essentially just Shikigami, which are the Taoist representation of summons, or things that Taoist summoners can summon. Specifically, the term of those summoners are Onmyojis. I'm a nerd. Wait, where am I even going? I think I'm going deeper into this place, which I'm not even sure I want to. Yeah, it's already in effect. Weird how the Shiki-Ojis are able to encounter us, despite the fact that they're 20 levels lower. Ugh. I have done so much research on how Istoma works in this game, and even then, I still don't get it. There are some people that say, like, it works on the lowest level of your entire party, but that's not true. It works on the highest level person in your entire party, but that's not true. It works on the congruent level of everyone in your party. That's not true. It's like, what is it? Is there any logic to it whatsoever? I'm actually kind of surprised that no one has ever done like has never hacked into the game to figure out like what the logistics of it is. But that's just this game, apparently. There's gonna be 2 types of currencies. TS trisectors, credits, or I'm sorry, TS credits, and lost memories. Are we gonna get a book of lost memories in order to keep the lost memories? Which is a Silent Hill game, by the way. And a Silent Hill collectible. Oh gosh. That's I kind of regret not being able to finish Silent Hill before October ended, but like there's a part of me that's like, I don't care. So I made this big deal about having a marathon for the Halloween season. It's like, I'm gonna finish everything that I promised for Halloween, and I didn't. But you know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm not disappointed about it. I really don't like. I used to. When I had the channel, I used to be disappointed in things that I couldn't accomplish, but I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I am constantly sick. I am constantly having other plans, which I don't mind, by the way. I am constantly like distracted by either like the random stuff in life, my autistic brain being like hyperfixated on other things, or the occasional being distracted by family. I don't mind if I can't finish something in an allotted amount of time when I really wanted to finish something in that specific allotted amount of time. Like, I am not going to lose sleep over it. I am fine with it. You know, it's gonna suck that I didn't do the thing that I promised, but like, I'll just treat those promises as more as like a goal, a potential goal. And if I can't reach it, then well, there's always next time. Now, granted, that is only for, like, videos on the channel and live streams on the channel. When it comes to other things, I want to try to be as more responsible with that stuff as I possibly can. Although, considering I don't have a job or anything like that, I pretty much don't have much of an excuse. Cerberus!
Hi, Cerberus.
Typically in SMT games, Cerberus is our doggo. We're gonna murder him in this one. Now die, dog!
Or a little puppy. We're going to murder him.
I actually do kind of feel bad murdering Cerberus, considering, you know, he's our boy. He's the main boy. Wow, okay, never mind, he's weak. You know what? You deserve to die. Wait a minute, what? What is this Matrix dodging bullshit right here? Oh, buddy, you deserve to die in a blaze of glory. Congratulations. I said a blaze of glory. Now die. There we go. You died via lust. How does it feel? And he dropped a garnet. He dropped best girl. Congratulations, everybody. TS credits are used to purchase most items or traded for other things. Lost memories can be used to purchase self-made upgrades, basically leveling up, and to buy special things. Ooh. Lost memories are gotten from killing enemies, or they can be purchased at special vendors via quests or with TSC. That'll be fun to do. So I have a question, confused. I am confused, so I must ask confused a question. When it comes to your game, what are you using in order to create it? Are you using Unity? Are you using Blender? Are you going to be using RPG Maker? You know, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, because I never really had this opportunity to talk about it out loud, maybe I will create a game in RPG Maker on livestream or something like that. Maybe that could be like a random live stream thing that I do, like every single 2 weeks, I will do a session where I'm like, alright everybody, time to do random shit in RPG Maker. Which is actually kind of, difficult now that I think about it, because, okay, so, the way I draw is a very elongated, and just like Quetzalcoatl over here, am I right? I'm sorry, well, he is a snake after all, so he should be elongated. It's a very elongated process and a very in-depth process. Basically, what I do is, I make a sketch on paper, and then afterwards, I take a picture of the paper with my camera, because I don't have a printer, to scan it. I transfer it via Discord, because I have no way to transfer it, because my phone is a fucking iPhone. And they removed the USB ports for iPhones. Which is like, well, great. Now I can't do the thing that I was doing previously. Anyways, I use Discord as a venue to transfer my photos to my PC, which I then use the program Fire Alpaca to digitally color them. So that's a long process. I wouldn't be able to digitally make art that way. Actually, what I could do, and this is something that I was thinking of doing just for like basic voice calls, I can get a webcam specifically for drawings. So I can point the webcam on top of my notepad, I will draw stuff for a stream, and then we'll convert those drawings and potentially do something with RPG Maker. We can make like a game or something. And like I could have like you guys in the live chat request like what's going to be in the game and stuff like that. And it's not going to be something like big or expansive. It's just going to be like, let's have some fun. Let's make a random game with random ideas. It'll certainly allow me to be a little more creative. Or at least flex my creativity muscles, because I do have a problem when it comes to burning out when it comes to drawing. Like just recently I was in the process of making a bunch of character designs for some characters that I have in my story, including a couple of dragon characters, which I have on the mind right now, but because I'm like so hyper fixated on other things, and because like it's hard for me to get into the mood to start drawing is the problem. It's like I have to be in the right mood to draw, but like it sucks when you have a big idea in your mind, you know? Anyways, I don't know yet, to be honest. My brother recommended something to make a test run so I could learn coding. I forgot what it's called, though. Ah, okay. Well, good luck with that, honestly. I think it's a little too late for me to learn coding, so I think I'm just going to use the basic settings in RPG Maker and plugins. But definitely, if you can learn coding, it will make things much easier, and, well, much easier in the sense where you can be much more flexible with what you're going to make. You can use a USB-C to USB charger to transfer. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot those were a thing. Yeah, I could do that instead of just using Discord. That would actually make things much more simpler. Fun fact, I actually have a completely private Discord server that is only comprised of me, where I post all of my drawings in order to get them on my PC, including a bunch of like GIFs that I want to use and a bunch of other pictures that I like to transfer as well. Also, gay. Alright, let's get back to the guide, because what do I need to do here? Oh, I need to go back to the third Kalpa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me I've been going through this Kalpa for the past 20 minutes, and I had to go to the third Kalpa, and now I have to go back, and make no mistake, I'm laughing. That's the only thing I can do right now. Just take a 20-second silence. About a silence for now.
everybody.
You know, I never noticed the tats on Demi-fiend's ankles. It implies that there's like a bunch of markings in places that we don't see on this model. Like, for all we know, there could be some unidentified, really obscure and really interesting looking markings on his like feet, and even you know, under the shorts. Gosh, I'm sure fan artists have had a field day making those. Fun fact, I actually have a commission of Spirit as a Demi-fiend, or Spirit as the Demi-fiend, coming from a friend of mine. They're dealing with real life at the moment, so like, I'm not pushing them to finish it, and I wouldn't even if they weren't dealing with real life stuff, because I'm not the type of person to push people when it comes to commissions. So when it eventually is finished, I will definitely post it, and you guys will see it, and like, yeah. But I do still have the artwork of Spirit on the bottom right, who is the Demi-fiend, so like, yeah. If I remember correctly, have I actually posted that? I don't think I posted that anywhere. Oh, that's something I gotta do later. Maybe, I don't know, definitely not today. not in the state I'm in. Okay, I think it's time I get off of my desk. Alright. Well, we gotta go back to the third Kalpa. Wait. Yeah, we have to go back to the third Kalpa, we do. Where do we have to go? Jump down the entrance of the path, land of following, stuff like that when I just keep. Alright, let's go. Yay. I do not remember this at all. I'm wondering, can you actually get the star key before you fight Beelzebub? Because I was going through that hallway, and there doesn't seem to be anything that stops you from going through that hallway. Oh, you know what? I think I know what stops you. The fact that you need to talk to Mothman in order to learn about the star key. That's probably the key. And the star key is the key. And with that, we will finally take over Mother Russia. Well, at least he's weak to that. See, Loki, here's the thing. I would suck you, but, like, I'm on a diet. And plus, I kind of prefer, I prefer... Okay, I'm gonna stop digging my hole. And I'm gonna start digging Loki's hole. Like... Loki heard my comment. Loki said, lol, nope. I saw what you did to Beelzebub. Loki is pro-consent, which good for him, honestly. Yeah, you should. Everybody should be pro-consent, definitely, 100%. Remember, kids, if they say no, that means no. I watched a channel recently that does analysis videos on black sitcoms from like the early days, which is like my bread and butter, honestly. Okay, so one thing about me that you should probably know. Well, as a kid, I was super into Digimon. I was super into Sonic the Hedgehog. I was super into Pokemon, and I was super into the black sitcoms experience. Those are like the big four that I was super into as a kid. And if anything of that sort was involved, you know I'd be like 100% on board with it. And SpongeBob too. SpongeBob's on everything. But anyways, I saw an analysis channel on that, and there was an entire like episode of, I think it was called Different Strokes. It's a really, really old sitcom that I didn't watch because, well, one, I never saw reruns of it, and two, it's a sitcom from the 80s, so yeah, I definitely wouldn't have watched it. It's different something. I don't remember. Basically, there was an entire episode that was comprised about consent for sex. And the entire crux of the episode was one of the characters going on a date with this one other guy, and it turns out that this guy, who's like the golden guy of like the campus, turns out to actually be a sex fiend who essentially raped a girl. And it's like, ooh. It's like, you would know if a sitcom these days would try to do that story. Well, let's just say they wouldn't, because that's something that's not really touched upon, or wouldn't probably be touched upon because of how dark that particular message is, or just topic in general. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of really good demons in this dungeon. Too bad you can't actually talk to any of them. Don't give unconscious people tea. They don't want tea. Too bad, Nexus. I'm gonna give you some tea. I'm gonna give you some tea, and then you're gonna drink it like Mother Harlot. You're gonna drink it like ha. That's right. You're even gonna make the ha at the end. You just keep making it bigger. I'll tell you one thing that's bigger, Nexus. I'll tell you later, though, considering we're gonna... I'm kidding. I don't know where I'm going with that. Hey, Black Frost saving the day. Ooh, a jade. Well, at least I'm getting gemstones, which... do I even need gemstones at this point? Maybe I do. We'll see. So far, the UI has a few sections I have planned. Weapons, wards, settings, unstable skills, and items. Ooh, nice. Oh, is that a promise? Only if you promise to wear the Mother Harlot hat. Nexus is just gonna look like this. Now the question is, what will your Beast of Revelation be that you're writing? Plot twist. It's me. Sorry. Anyways, we need to figure out where we're going. Okay, the third Kalpa. After landing, follow any directional path. Okay, follow the indicated path to the central area to B1. Okay. Oh, okay, we need to head back to B1. So, skip all the maze stuff that we did when we were trying to escape from Raido Kuzunoha from, the Raido Kuzunoha... I'm sorry, I have to say the full name. When we were escaping from Raido Kuzunoha the 13th from Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner, Raido Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army, trademark. Not to be confused with Raido Kuzunoha the 13th from Shin Megami Tensei Raido Kuzunoha. I'm sorry. Dang it, I messed it up. Who is also not to be confused with Raido Kuzunoha the 40th, who was also in Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raido Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army, who was also in Raido Remastered. Which doesn't really have a fun name to it. Honestly, they should have kept the name. They should have made it bigger, actually. It should have been Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raido Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army Remake. Revamped Ultra Extended Edition. Director's Cut. Alright, we need to go a little further higher, so, take me higher. If I do make an RPG game, an RPG Maker, I'm definitely going to put Eurobeat into the game. There was a point in time where my story was going to have an entire arc where some characters would actually do Initial D style racing, and instead of it just being like basic racing, it would have these like fun movesets where it would involve magic being used during the race, but only in a set amount of intervals. to stop the other racers. This was obviously around the time where I was watching Initial D with EU Nexus. So like I sort of got this like in my mind like, ooh, I could do races. It sort of doesn't fit with my story anymore, especially since I had to change the plot around a lot. But there are going to be a couple of racing points in my story, especially since one of the characters is actually going to be a motorcyclist. Oh, hey, Gecko. That's a lot of head. Oh, you have no idea. The amount of times we've sucked in this part. You know exactly where you were going with that. Adios. Then it should have ended the video game formal known as Shin Megami Tensei. Yes. Once we play, oh damn it! There's a 100 character limit for titles, isn't there? Dang it! Because I would have totally done Spirit plays Raito Kuzunoha, or Spirit as Raito Kuzunoha plays Shin Megami Tensei Shin Megami Tensei Devil. Ugh, let me start over because I need to say the full title. Spirit as Raito Kuzunoha plays Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raito Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Arm. Oh, even then I messed up. I forgot about the 13th. Damn it. Spirit as Raito Kuzunoha the 13th plays Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raito Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. Original version, Part 1. That would have been... And then the title for the part. And the title for the part is Spirit plays Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner. You get the picture. Also, I just remembered, I completely forgot about this tunnel. This is in fact the tunnel that you do in order to get the in order to do your money grinding in the original game. This is where I did it, because that one is apparently the easiest one that you can do. There's not a lot of like secrets that are really, really hard to get. This light novel ass video title, but you know, respect. I do love those light novel titles. Which for some reason isekai animes have like 100% adapted. That's probably because most isekais nowadays are based off of light novels. Or most animes for that matter. It's not even isekais anymore. It used to be isekais like a couple of years ago. And then like every single anime just had a giant title just for the sake of having one. I know it's not a recent anime, but me and Nexus were watching Log Horizon. And because of how similar it is to like typical isekai fashion, like the story context and all that, I am legit surprised the title is just 2 words long. Okay, so I'm trying to remember like how I did this. So I'd go up here, I'd get that, that's it, yeah, so that is actually really, really simple to do. Got 412 Maka, but like, if you can figure out that entire pattern and do it perfectly and not get hit, you can get up to 10k to 20k Maka. Again, really good in the original game, but now that we have the Maka DLC, you don't really need it, and to be honest, don't. Don't even do this game without the DLC. It's not worth it. It's just like, there are things that I was fine with doing, but once you have access to like the quality of life enhancements from like remade versions of the game, it's like you can't go back, or it's really hard to go back. For instance, Final Fantasy Tactics. I've been watching my friend play it, and he has shown me all the quality of life additions in that version, such as like poaching being made significantly easier to do, or finding monsters Yeah, it's just, it's so streamlined in that version that I'm like, how could I ever go back to the original? Then I remember, oh yeah, there are some things that the original still does that I like that's better. Actually, now that I think about it, what is better? Oh no, Scathach was frozen today! Not the good type of frozen. Actually, now, to my knowledge, what does the PS1 version of Final Fantasy Tactics do that I feel is better? You know what? The dialogue. Yeah, definitely the dialogue. Force Repel. You know, you don't really need it. Honestly, she really, really doesn't need it unless her evolution is going to need it. But I don't remember if the evolution needs it. This is gonna make or break the character. Wait a minute. Oh, I need that. It raises critical hit rate? Of course I need that, yeah. If I'm gonna regret that, then oh well. Dark Pledge. Wait, what does that do? Invited demon to join? No, thank you. Oh, apparently I'm just gaining all these skills. Wait a minute, why am I just gaining all these skills? Did I? Oh, I think I might have made Scathach with like a 3-way fusion. I did a 3-way and I made Scathach. Well, that's one way to make somebody. I did a 3-way fusion. And if you do a 3-way fusion, and if the third demon has a lot of experience that they innately build from like battles and stuff, then it will add the experience to the demon that you're making. So somehow I did that with Scathach, and now she's a higher level than she would be to earn all these skills. So now she's earning all these skills. Interesting, interesting. To be fair, I'm a huge isekai watcher. They're not good, but I do enjoy them. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. It's like the usual isekais are kind of like the ones that don't do anything interesting. I'm kind of like, okay. But I am also a big sucker for them because, like, I'm a Digimon fan. And Digimon was kind of just the original isekai. And plus, I watch it with my friend, and my friend loves isekai animes. And so it's like, I have a good time watching it with them. Wind Cutter, massive force damage to one foe. I could probably take that over Mazandine. So, I learned all the skills. That means Scathach can actually evolve already. I completely forgot about this, but okay. I guess we're getting a better demon now. Giant Thong Mommy Digivolve to... Unfortunate Blackface? Yeah, this demon is unfortunately a little, awkward. I am Scotty of the Lady Clan at your service. I'm also apparently Frankenstein's wife. With my hairstyle. Level 74. I forgot that the evolved demons are like at a super higher level. So we have Scotty now. She is weak to electric, but has null force, light, and curse. And she has really, really high magic. She was a boss fight that we had to fight in the Temple of Amala, and yeah, she's apparently really, really good, especially if you can get her later skills. Fun fact, she does in fact have her signature Earthquake. So I'm looking forward to using that. And we're gonna keep her in the party for a while. Oh yeah, I just realized Uriel is also level 73, so he evolved and he got to a higher level as well. Wow, that's nice. Is that Mr. Popo? No, Gecko. It's Mrs. Popo. The censor monster. No, the censor monster would definitely be Mara. Although, never mind, they don't ever censor Mara. I say that. But they did, in fact, censor the giant green dick in the recent Persona 5 mobile game. Which actually censored a lot of demons, now that I think about it. Succubus is now in a full rubber bodysuit instead of just a black leotard. What other female demon is censored? Oh, Lilith, who is usually just a naked snake lady with, like, pieces of snake skin over her like genitals, which, you know, is a way to cover her. She's instead wearing a one-piece full black suit Which is like, okay. I mean, that's fine. But Mara is definitely the funniest censor because all they did was they put a hat on his head. If you know Mara's design, you know. And for those of you who don't know, look up Shin Megami Tensei Mara, or SMT Mara. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of that. Now die after you look up Mara! I mean, you're gonna want to die after you look that. Ooh, we charmed all of them. Nice. We lost Sondine, but Windcutter seems fine. I really don't know how to feel about her voice in this version. From what I remember of the PS2 version, Atlas did this thing where, because Atlas is a small company back in the day, they reused a lot of voice lines from their previous dubbing games. So a lot of the demons in this game were actually reusing some of the Persona 2 voice lines. And if I remember correctly, they used the Russian witch character from that game for Scotty. So she would constantly say like random shit like or whatever that witch said. I think she was actually saying mantras in Russian or something like that. But like, yeah. I kind of miss that. In this game, she just sounds really creepy. Although then again, both versions are creepy, but this one's creepier. Although it does kind of fit Scotty's design a little more, being this like creepy, unhuman, but still human-shaped monstrosity. And again, most of the things in the Amala Temple were a monstrosity. And I'm not even talking about the boss fights, I'm talking about the layout. There's a reason why we spent 2 months in that temple. And multiple mental breakdowns. Honestly, that's the one place where I probably should have been in a voice call with friends. At least then, I probably would have been saner. Dressed his rooster? How scandalous. I know, right? Especially since, like, they got away with it in every single other SMT game. Even the ones on Nintendo. Like, you straight up play Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch, and it's just the giant green dick rolling all over the place. Heck, you play SMT4 and he's just making a bunch of dick jokes. You ain't got the balls to beat me. Just wait until I let out all my hot, steamy action all over you. Like, the amount of innuendos that they make Mara do is quite astounding. To be fair, it is a giant green dick, so you kind of expect that. It's like having Lilithmon talking about how sexy she is, or trying to hit with the player character. There are just some things you kind of have to do. By the way, Nexus, did you see that picture I sent you about Examon hitting on the player character in Digimon Time Stranger? I'm usually very big, or what was it? There's a lot of things that's big about me. I'm sure you know what I mean. It's like, what the fuck? I guess if you're a fan of dragons. Then again, he is the king of dragons, so he is royalty. If royalty is trying to flirt with you, then you let them flirt. Dragon or no dragon. Mental breakdown. Oh boy, we love those. Yeah, those are the most clippable. Heck, I had like 2 mental breakdowns in this session already. Actually, I think it was 3 now that I think about it. Kisakoro. Yeah, she just sounds so creepy. But I actually really like it. One of these days, if I ever do play this game again for the channel, I'm probably going to use one of those mods that give us the PS2 voices, just for the sake of something different. Specifically only for the demons, though. Alright, let's check. Yep, and it made me chuckle. I can't wait until we get back to Time Strangers. What I gotta do is I gotta play a couple of sessions of it for next week so I can catch up to where you are, Nexus. And then probably... Oh, right, you were going to talk to me about your schedule. So I guess whenever you're free after we finish Tactics, we'll start playing Time Stranger again. Because I assume you still want to play it together. You know, once I get to the point where you're at. Which, like, it's probably not going to take me that long. Knowing me, playing these RPGs that I really love, I'm probably going to finish it. I'm probably gonna get to where you are in no less than like 2 or 3 sessions. All right. Anyways, let's see. Starkey. So, we need to head in here on the new moon, I believe, or was it the full moon? Proceed to the 4th Kalpa. Upon landing, a new locked door will await you. Open it with a star key. Activate the switch on the other end. Head back the way you came. Come back to the B1 floor. Follow this route to get to the ladder. Take you to the B3 floor. After you reach B4, keep heading down. Pass through the only ladder, taking you to the B4 floor. People. Fourth Kalpa. Okay, we have to get to the 4th Kalpa. Go down the hallway and take the first right on this intersection. Oh. Hold on. Descend to B1, use the new Kagutsuchi. Okay, so we need to get the new Kagutsuchi, so... New phase! Here we come. La 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 la. I am looking forward to getting back to that game, though, just because, I have been getting back in the Digimon mood lately. Now that now that we have like 5 episodes of Beat Break released, I think it's finally time to start watching that. By the way, I'm definitely interested now, especially with all the stuff I see on Twitter about about how crazy Gekumon is, or how fun the characters are. Apparently, that season is doing pretty well in terms of fan enjoyment. Like, everybody's loving it, including people who aren't even really into Digimon, because some people like that are actually giving it a chance. It also coincides with the new Kamen Rider season that I also want to watch, so that's definitely going to be a thing I'm going to keep my eye out. Speaking of which, when it comes to things that I'm watching, I really need to get back to Sailor Moon. I've been doing this watch-along for Sailor Moon for the past month, and I got to Season 2, and because of, like, other things, I've been so distracted lately, I haven't been able to finish Season 2. And I'm really enjoying Sailor Moon, honestly. I think I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream, but like, it's one of those franchises that I've always had the interest in playing, but just, watching, but just never had the chance to. And I feel bad that I never had the chance to, because it's really enjoyable. Even the infamous Deke dub. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the Deke does a lot of weird decisions. Sailor Moon, they definitely do a lot of weird decisions there, but it's not as bad as, say, Digimon. Well, honestly, even I would say they're actually kind of similar, which is very fitting considering both Sailor Moon and Digimon are made by Toei. So the thing about Sailor Moon is, when they dubbed it back in the 90s, they changed the music into this orchestral-like Western composition. They also added a lot of, like, hammy jokes to it, although to be fair, Sailor Moon was very hammy, even the Japanese version. And they changed all the names of people, and some of the plot lines they altered to the point where the plot lines don't happen. Like, the fucking Sailor Scouts dying one by one in the series finale just doesn't happen in the English version. Instead, like, the DD girls, or as I like, as what I learned recently and what I love, they called them the Doom and Gloom girls. These villains. kidnap the girls one by one in their supposed death scenes of the Japanese versions, and instead yell out, "Haha, Sailor Moon, now we have kidnapped your friends and have taken them to the Negaverse." Also, back in the day when saying nega was actually, not cringeworthy. Which, by the way, that show does a lot. The fucking Negaverse and Rubius's fascination with talking about the Nega Moon. Just the fact that he says that word 4 times in 2 sentences in his introduction. And then says it like 2 more times during the battle that he's fighting it. By the way, did I just completely run over the new moon? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, please tell me I didn't actually... Oh, gosh, dang it! Alright, well, gonna have to wait for the new moon again. Also, I saw I wasn't on any of the thumbnails for that game. Lol, when are we playing? Oh yeah, I forgot to add you for the thumbnail. Did I have Hydra on the thumbnail? I don't even remember. And I can't even look to see. Actually, I can. Actually, I can't. Alright, so I didn't have you on the thumbnail. I'll definitely have to do that for the next session. I just realized that I can. Oh yeah, I can! Huh, I didn't even add Hydra for that. Oh wait, no, Hydra is there. He's in the corner. Yeah, I'll definitely have to add you. Debating on whether or not I get a commission of you and Hydra as Digimon. I mean, I'm gonna get it for Hydra, considering we have plans to play other Digimon games in the future. But I'm not sure about this game. Honestly, I need to save my money. Oh, you had Hydra. Yeah, I'll probably use the artwork I made of Maluki for SMT. And just not use the outfit, I'll just put the head. Oh no, it's Maluki with the head. He's headless. I think it's maybe because of the Digimon game doing so well, Digimon is back on the mainstream. Oh, totally, yeah. I have heard everybody is like loving Digimon Story Time Strangers, which is like amazing, because we used to be in an era where Digimon games were considered bad or just not to the acquired taste, you know, outside of Cyber Sleuth. Cyber Sleuth was the biggest outliner, but like every other Digimon game was like, you don't need to play this because Digimon games are not really all that good. And then we got Digimon Survivor, which for all intents and purposes was a good visual novel, but not a good tactical game. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't played it yet. But it's certainly no Final Fantasy Tactics when it comes to the difficulty. It's apparently very easy and there's not much substance to it. Just like, I don't really need much substance if it's really all about the story. That game is definitely about the story. But no, Time Stranger has been doing so well that even content creators who are known for predominantly doing Pokemon games are actually trying it out and genuinely enjoying it. I was actually watching a content creator the other day play the game just to get me back in the mood to play it, and like, yeah, they had a blast with it. Sure, they've been comparing it to Pokemon left, right, and center, but I mean, who wouldn't if that was the only thing they could compare it to? Eventually, they did say that the game is more like Final Fantasy than Pokemon, and it's like, yeah, why did I... Wait a minute! Oops, my thumb slipped, and I guess I just dispelled my mommy. Yes, I'm gonna call her mommy. Her name is literally Mother Harlot. Get out of here, you... Get out! Just get out of here, you stupid, dumb animal! Let's see if we could bring out somebody else for now. Honestly, let's bring out Uriel. Let's bring out the 2 evolved demons that we just recently got in this session. You know, there's a part of me that kind of feels like Scotty should negate or resist physical attacks. I guess that's just me, though. Oh wow, we're actually getting pretty close for a level up. Is there something we need to do for level 71? Let me check so far. Level 71, I can learn something from Vimana. Yeah, it is shaking enough for me to learn. And that is Life Surge. Ooh! I definitely need that. Worst case, I can cash app the cost of an RP since you know artists more than I do. Yeah, that's true. Still, you're still in a tight space when it comes to funds, right, Nexus? Due to, you know, the government shutdown and all that. Which, by the way, it's not the 11th yet. We're still waiting for food stamps. Hopefully that's a thing that's still coming. I don't know if you're in, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not in America, CM, but, like, yeah, it's been pretty rough here. And, honestly, don't come here. Stay away. It's not worth it. If you ever had plans to come here, it's not worth it. I mean, Pokemon has been making lower quality games, so it kind of gave a rise to it. Those two have always been competitors. Yeah, that's the whole, I mean, I have grown being a Digimon and Pokemon fan at the same time, but I have also, like, as soon as I was able to join the internet, I knew about the competition between both franchises and the stigma against both of them each. Well, mostly the stigma that Pokemon fans had against Digimon, because I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't much stigmatization, or if that's even a word, against Pokemon when it came to Digimon fans. Really, the only time they were dismissive to Pokemon fans was because of the hatred that they got, just due to the fact that it all back in the 90s, it was a popular trend to think that Digimon was just a copy of Pokemon, which, when you look at the English dub and some of the things that they were trying to promote, you could definitely tell that they were trying to get on that bandwagon. But when you look at the Japanese version, that's definitely not the case. Also, why did I use Prominence again against the Chimera? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank goodness it didn't hit my Demi-fiend. What did I say? Mental breakdowns this entire session. Anyways, let's suck the giant noodle. Suck. 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 Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, right, Digimon. Digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Yeah, the whole stigma against Digimon was always just a very trite thing. It was literally just because of the fact... I really stopped doing that. It is literally just because of the fact that they have Mon in the title, and it came out around the exact same time. And nowadays, though, people are starting to look past that. Why did I... This is the worst battle I ever did! What the fuck was that? This is what happens when I have Digimon on the brain. I just fucking used an AoE physical attack against 3 enemies that had Tetrakarn. Never trust me with thinking strategically when I'm having a conversation. I guess we could just end... I guess I could end my conversation and say that nowadays people are starting to see past the disillusion of both franchises being competitors, because, like, it was really only a fan thing that made them competitors. And, like, wow, this is a very loud intro compared to the rest of the game. I'm like, yeah, so, like, thanks to Time Stranger and the new anime and the card game, like, we've been getting a lot more Digimon fans in the community, and people are starting to realize that, hey, this franchise is actually pretty cool. So, like, that's a good thing, honestly. And it helps that these things are actually quite good. Like Digimon Time Stranger is an excellent RPG that I would recommend. By the way, definitely recommend for you, CM. Would watch after I play mine. The card game, I have heard nothing but great things, and I can't wait for the for the app version of it. And then there's Beat Break, which again I have heard great things about. So yeah, it's been amazing so far being a Digimon fan. Almost as good as it is being a Warriors fan, or a Koei Tecmo fan, I should say, because Koei Tecmo has been keeping its act together with Origins and Warriors Allison, or Allison Musa, whatever it was called. No, I think that's the card game for Digimon. Whatever the roguelike Warriors game was that got released recently. They also made a new Hyrule Warriors game, and they're on the cusp of making more DLC for Origins. So, things are looking pretty good. Sadly, I do be first gen Bald Eagle. I tell you, man. I tell you. I can't be trusted with these RPGs. At least I get some good moments. Surprisingly, I'm still getting paid for now because of the bank I have. Oh, that's good, Pally. At the very least, you won't go broke, or you won't go starving. I mean, you wouldn't go starving anyways, considering they do feed you. So, and I'd feed you as well if you were. Anyways. Yeah, I really don't feel like going back to that Kalpa. Where exactly were we? Where? I'm pretty sure I made a save point during the second Kalpa or something. I don't even remember where we were. What were we doing? Also, let me check the settings real quick, because the music is very, very quiet. Ah, that's why I lowered those things. Okay. Yeah, so, oh my gosh. We're all the way back to the point where we had Scathach. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. Okay, alright. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I was gonna try to complete all the Kalpas today, but like, looking at the time and looking at my lack of energy now, it's like, I like the juxtaposition. I was at the beginning of the stream being like, wow, I'm actually feeling really good. I think I'm gonna stream today. I'm gonna stream really long today. And now it's like, oh, just get me out of here. Yeah, I mean, when you die constantly and you lose a bunch of progress, that's kind of just how anyone would feel, really. And to think, I actually thought I would finish this game in 2 extra sessions. I think we're gonna go for at least another like 3 or 4 sessions at this point, because we have the rest of the Kalpas to beat. I think there's a 5th and there's a 6th Kalpa, and I still need to I need to get through the rest of what I've lost here. We were getting very close to the 5th one, though, I can assure you that. Then we gotta finish the final trek to the I think it's the government building? It's either the government building or the diet building. That has a pretty nasty dungeon in it with a bunch of boss fights. And then after that is the point of no return for alignments. And then we have the final dungeon, which is a very, very, very long area. Now, it's not as long as Yave's domain from SMT4 Apocalypse, but it's definitely going to take me an entire session just to get through that entire dungeon, maybe even 2. So, my plan to beat this game in just 2 sessions this week has ultimately been diminished, but I'm honestly okay with it, because like that means more SMT Nocturne, which I'm kind of fine with. As much as I want to finish this game and get to other things, I'm fine with continuing to play this game, especially since it's not boring. I mean, the fact that I've been dying constantly and have constantly lost my mind should definitely indicate that it is not boring. But also, I am having fun. I should probably say. I am not losing my mind to the point where I hate this game, but it's definitely getting to the point where I want to go to bed. Man, if I was a drinking man, this game would cause me to drink. But thankfully, I'm not. Alright, anyways, with that said, though, that's it for the stream today, because, like, I have no more energy to get back to where we were. So, yeah, in terms of this week, tomorrow will be no live streams. I'm going to be hanging out with my buddy Nexus. But Sunday, after I finish some movies with my other buddy Fire, I will be streaming Toho. We'll be going back to that. Look forward to me losing my mind with bad controls. Yeah, we're going to be losing our mind a lot this month. Then after that, I'll make a schedule for live streams for the rest of next week. I'm going to be planning to stream every single day next week, and hopefully we'll either be finishing this game or playing more Digimon. I also do want to start playing Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. I already... fun fact, actually, I have made characters for everyone in that game, including you, Nexus, and your two characters, Maluki and Palidon, as well as you, CM. Which, by the way, what weapon do you want to use in that game? Because I don't actually know. I gave you a... I believe it was the staff? But whatever weapon you want for Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, just let me know. Either in the live chat before I end the stream or in the comment section. Either or. You know where to contact me. But, yeah, I want to play that. Because I am in the mood for a Warriors game. And my buddy who I was doing Samurai Warriors 4 with, Scar, he is not available to do that yet because he has other things, so... Hot, even me. Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to add everybody that I know because that's the beauty about those games, and Romance of the Three Kingdoms games at that, you know, the strategy games. You can make characters, so it's fun to just role play and just like dump everybody, like dump them like little dolls into the playpen. Also, I forgot there would be a level section in the UI. Ooh, nice, Confused. I'll look forward to that. But yeah, if you choose to not want the staff as your weapon, just let me know. Other than that, I think that's all that's said. Let's go through the basic endings of the stream. Staff is pretty basic though. Alright, I guess I'll keep the staff. I think it's a Yue Ying staff, so you're using like electricity powers, as well as being able to summon tiny little juggernauts. So there you have that going for you. Anyways, with that said, that'll be the end of today's stream. Thank you everybody for joining, and I would definitely like to thank my patron members, Gecko Moments and Scar the Fox. Thank you guys for supporting me, definitely. And if you want to support me, you can check out the Patreon channel. I have a bunch of tiers, and for the most part you get random shit, stuff like drawings every month, the ability to tell me what game to play next, or other things that I will probably add later on as we progress. I'm going to do a poll this month, by the way, for anyone who is interested. Oh right, that's the thing that I forgot to mention. This month I'm going to be doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke, so look forward to that whenever I upload the video of the call to arms, because I'm going to be naming people, or I'm going to be taking names for Pokemon, so that'll be exciting. Yeah, look forward to that. With that said, that is all for today. Thank you all for joining, and this is going to be awkward because this game always pauses when I alt-tab, so you guys are going to have some sweet, sweet silence for the end of the stream, so congratulations. You